face me. Don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Thin our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. Show me how you wanna feel. Guide me with your hands. Take what you need from this and keep it from your friends. Show me how you wanna feel. Take it with control. I might show you things you didn't know. You rise for miles above the world. On and on, let it run all night. We won't even stop before the morning light. High above the clouds. On and on, let it run all night. We keep rising up so high. Miles and miles. Tell me what you wanna see. Don't turn off the lights. Take what you want from this. Try to catch me by surprise. Tell me what you wanna see. Bring me to the edge. You get me time and time again. We rise for miles above the world. On and on, let it run all night. We won't even stop before the morning light. High above the clouds. On
call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got them in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you have. Don't miss, just make, don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Thin of blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
Good evening, Mustang fans, and welcome to the season finale for the Grapevine Mustangs. Grapevine knows where they will be in the 2023 5A Division II playoffs, so tonight it's about honoring the seniors. We welcome you to Senior Night here from Mustang Panther Stadium here on Mustang Friday Night. Right, he's going to be stopped short, and it's into the end zone for the touchdown. Good evening, Mustang fans. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you from Champion Sports Radio, and we are at Mustang Panther Stadium for the regular season finale for your Grapevine Mustangs as they take on the Trimble Tech Bulldogs. And tonight it is senior night as we get to honor the seniors for the 2023-24 class here for the Mustang football program. The Mustangs, based on their victory last week over Arlington Heights, know where they will be positioned in the playoffs coming up that will start next week. Now it's just a question of figuring out who they're going to get to play. That may not get sorted out until tomorrow night. We're not 100% sure. We'll go over those scenarios throughout the evening about who the Mustangs may play. But, Tim, the football weather has arrived. It's been an awesome week weather-wise, at least for somebody of my size and shape. And it is the kind of weather that when you're a football player, you just love getting out in.
Yeah, it's certainly football weather. Golf weather, sadly, is kind of drifting away, and now we're into football weather. It's a super great night tonight. The parking lot is already packed. There's a ton of people on the track. We got the hype men down here in our red jumpsuits throwing the ball around, getting everybody hyped up, ready to go. This is going to be a huge night for the seniors and a great way to enter the playoffs here tonight.
Mustangs, as we said, coming off of a big win last week over the Arlington Heights Yellow Jackets in perhaps their most complete football game of the season.
Yeah, I thought the Grapevine over the last 2 weeks has really shown up, and that's what we thought would happen throughout the year. They would get better and better, which they have. You talked about it here earlier before the show. It's been a transition year. Coach DeBest has talked about it all season. But we've seen them creep up, get better and better. You've got a running back tonight in Dunn that's creeping up on a 1,000-yard season. That's fantastic. Harrison Hackbarth has been absolutely on fire. Receivers catching the ball. Defense has been playing lights out, and that's what you want to see going into the real season, which is the playoffs.
That's exactly right. And to that end, as far as senior night upcoming and how the Mustangs performed last Friday against Arlington Heights, I had a chance to sit down with Grapevine head coach Bob DeBest in our weekly interview here on the AC Pros pregame show. Jacob Dedamore here with you on the AC Pros pregame show here on Mustang Friday night. And I'm joined right now by Grapevine head coach Bob DeBest. Bob, first off, congratulations on the win on Friday. Not only did it accomplish your goal of getting you finishing no worse than second in the district, but it also guarantees you a home playoff game in the by-district round. What were your thoughts after the game, and what did you tell the guys about that?
Well, number one, it was great to accomplish our goals, and we're still holding out hope, to be honest with you, for a share of the district championship.
Of course.
You know, we can't control some things as far as that's involved, but we sure can control it as far as our performance. And so to be able to go out and accomplish the goals you talked about and put such a complete game together, I think our most complete game of the year, was real satisfying, gratifying to watch. It was really good to see the offense take charge against a really good opponent. You know, it's the first time I think all year that maybe our offense kind of controlled the game and really dictated the outcome. I thought our defense played really well, as they have been, but our offense stepped up, extremely physical, clean, no turnovers, only one penalty on either side of the ball. Tremendous amount of pride, proud for the players, proud for the coaches. Coaches have done a heck of a job of keeping this thing together and getting us helping us get to where we are right now.
You talk about the offense, and the run game on Friday night against Arlington Heights was, it was as good as it's been all year, but that's been your staple. So it's something you've been able to count on. The passing attack was what really stood out to us on Friday night. We know Harrison was perfect, 8 for 8, but it also seemed like the play calling also showed your confidence in him because you broke out the passing attack early.
Yeah, and one of the things we try to do, and a lot of people try to do it with their quarterbacks, is let's try to give them something early on to give them, some confidence and get them into a rhythm. I think his first throw was the corner route to Rondell, which was a heck of a throw, and not necessarily the short, guaranteed one that I was talking about. That's where his read took him. He did a great job, hanging in the pocket and standing strong. And after that, he was very decisive, and he was very decisive not only in the pass game but in the run game. And when he's decisive, he's pretty dang good. And so I'm glad to see all our receivers, getting involved. They're doing a great job blocking on the perimeter, but obviously every receiver wants to catch the ball.
Of course.
So it was good to see.
You also made a change in the offensive line with Ben Williams returning from injury. You moved Hunter Caudle into center. And got to be honest, I mean, we thought Ben Williams played a really good football game in his first game back. What went into that decision, and what were your thoughts after the game about how they performed?
Ethan Rudolph has been our starting center, and that will go back to, being that way this week. The way that Arlington Heights had played and the style of defense they played, they put a guy on the center quite a bit, and they put some big guys on the center. And Ethan's not the biggest guy. He's a tough dude, but he's not the biggest guy. And so we thought, just from a structural standpoint, particularly the fact that Ben was back, putting some more size at the center position made some sense. I was real proud of the way Hunter handled it. I was really proud of the way Ethan handled it, because he was a team guy, very unselfish, and he took a hit, I guess is a good way to put it, for the team, just based on what was best. So we'll go back to the normal rotation this week. Actually, for the first time all year, we've got 8 healthy offensive linemen. Well, I shouldn't say all year, since the beginning of the year. Since we started, we got 8 healthy offensive linemen.
And also your defense, of course, they've been really solid all year. They played a really good football game, we thought, against an offense that was doing a whole lot of different things, running tempo at different times, being multiple not only in the run but in the pass game. What were your thoughts on their performance?
I thought outstanding. I mean, anytime again you hold anybody to 14 points.
Right.
Dang good job. I think Arlington Heights did a good job of nickel and diming us, and they put together some first downs and put together some drives. But we find a way to rise up and stop and make plays. Had several fourth down stops, which they're not technically turnovers, but they count the same. They give the ball back to the offense. So, to me, this is the best defense we've played in the 3 years that I've been here, consistently, week in and week out. And the number one statistic in defensive football is scoring defense.
Right.
And our guys have done a tremendous job as far as keeping those totals really low to give our team a chance to win.
Now tonight in this game, obviously you still want to win to keep the momentum going, even though it's not going to factor into what happens in the postseason.
No doubt.
But tonight is also senior night, and even though these seniors will get one.
Right now, had to cut the interview short. We're showing you the seniors being introduced right now, as Connor Bell and our executive producer Trey Bell are both giving Coach DeBess a hug, and the players are one by one getting introduced so they can get back to the locker room. Let's take you down to the field.
Alan Kennard, joined by parents Scott Thomas and Bernie Kennard. Ryan Knight, accompanied by parents Greg and Alicia Knight. Christian Lockett, along with parents Daniel Lockett and Monica Williamson. Will Matheny, accompanied by parents Aaron Parson Matheny and Sam Matheny. Luis Molina, joined by Coach Sanchez. Biliani Modimanu, accompanied by Sosiwa Modimanu and Tayana Kaluka. Xavier Randolph, joined by parents Linnell and Rose Randolph. Hayden Rose, accompanied by parents Jason and Kirsten Rose and Robert McIntyre. Maddox Stanley, accompanied by Jason and Teresa Stanley. Mason Tatum, joined by parents John and Kathy Tatum. Devin Thomas, accompanied by parents Louis Thomas and Erica James. Leighton Sauer, accompanied by parents Zach and Jim Sauer. Josiah Vasquez, with parents Martin Vasquez and Maria Martinez. Brady Wagner, joined by parents Mike and Aaron Wagner. Ethan Wallace, with parents Jonathan and Amy McLeod Wallace. Ben Williams, joined by Sheila Williams, parents. And Rondale Carradine, joined by parents Rondale and Sydney Carradine. Let's have a round of applause for all of our senior football players. Our third group of seniors honored tonight are our athletic trainers and their parents. First up, we have Nora Moffitt, accompanied by parents Leanne Moffitt. Andrew Padron, joined by parents Jill and Joel Padron. Abby Reynolds, accompanied by parents Dave Reynolds. And Grady Stringer, with parent Kelly Stringer. Thank you to all of our senior athletic trainers. Our fourth group of seniors being honored tonight are our cheerleaders and their parents. Our first cheerleader honoree is Caroline Drake, accompanied by parents Julie and Brandon Drake. Remy Dale, joined by parents Kenny and Rocky Dean. Claire Greenlaw, joined by parents Angela and Hollis Greenlaw. Mackenzie Isbell, along with parents Kelly and Chris Isbell. Sophie Jackson, joined by parents Shelley and Shane Jackson. Lily Lackey, with parents Ken and Brian Knight. David Nutt, joined by parents Sarah McKellar and Aaron McKellar. Timothy O'Donnell, along with parents Melanie and Tim O'Donnell. Christian Scott, joined by parents Keisha and Derek Scott. Ella Vaughn, along with parents Erica and Ryan Vaughn. And Chloe Ballwood, joined by parents Lori and Greg Ballwood. So a round of applause for our outstanding senior cheerleaders. Accompanying our cheerleaders and pumping up our crowd are our senior spirit wrestlers and their parents. Samuel, Sandy Kelly, joined by parents Christina and Trent Kelly. Joseph, Jojo, Hugo, along with parents Chris and Leslie Hugo. Ray Whitson, joined by parents Lori Whitson, Justin Whitson, and Amy Werner. Let's hear it for our senior spirit wrestlers. Our next group of fabulous seniors are the Phillies and their parents. First up, we have Ashley Belcher.
Well, they finished introducing here at Mustang Panther Stadium all of the senior members of the football team here at Grapevine High School, and they're taking pictures. They've gotten their hugs from Coach DeBess and posed with their parents. They're still finishing that off and going back to the locker room. So now let's go ahead and take you back and give you the rest of the pregame interview that I did with Grapevine head coach Bob DeBess here on Mustang Friday night.
Took a hit, I guess, is a good way to put it for the team, just based on what was best. So we'll go back to the normal rotation this week. Actually, for the first time all year, we've got 8 healthy offensive linemen. Well, I shouldn't say all year, since the beginning of the year. Since we started, we got 8 healthy offensive linemen.
And also your defense, of course, they've been really solid all year. Mm-hmm. They played a really good football game, we thought, against an offense that was doing a whole lot of different things, running tempo at different times, being multiple not only in the run but in the pass game. What were your thoughts on their performance?
I thought outstanding. I mean, anytime again you hold anybody to 14 points.
Right.
Dang good job. You know, I think Arlington Heights did a good job of nickel and diming us, and they put together some first downs and put together some drives. But you know, we find a way to rise up and stop and make plays. Had several fourth down stops, which, you know, they're not technically turnovers, but they count the same. You know, they give the ball back to the offense. So, you know, to me, this is the best defense we've played in the 3 years that I've been here, consistently, week in and week out. And the number one statistic in defensive football is scoring defense.
Right.
And our guys have done a tremendous job as far as, you know, keeping those totals really low to give our team a chance to win.
Now tonight in this game, obviously you still want to win to keep the momentum going, even though it's not going to factor into what happens in the postseason.
No doubt.
But tonight is also senior night. And even though these seniors will get one more game here at Mustang Panther Stadium. This is the night when they'll kind of be honored and celebrated as a senior class. What are some of your thoughts about the senior leaders you have on the team and the senior class as a whole?
It's an emotional time. I mean, they won't necessarily realize it, or some of them won't realize it until it actually happens, until they're actually introduced and families are out there and the whole deal. And so you're right, it's not quite the finality, which, we're counting our blessings for that. But I would say in particular, this senior class has done a really good job of guiding us, because change is not easy. And obviously we had change late as far as the yearly cycle of a football program. Our change was late. I mean, I didn't get the job till mid-April. There was a lot of uncertainty and a lot of instability for a while. And it was our senior class that kind of carried us through, being positive, being leaders, being good examples. And so I'll forever be indebted. I mean, this is my first senior class, as a head coach. And so I'll forever be indebted to them for the leadership they provided. And I hope we get to see it for many weeks to come.
Same here. It's going to be a fun night. Coach, thank you as always for your time. And we're looking forward to the game this evening.
Thank you.
Grapevine head coach Bob DeBess here with us on the AC Pros pregame show. We'll be back with more of Mustang Friday Night here on Tradio.
Hi, I'm Russ Teeger.
And I'm Laura Teeger. We're the proud owners of AC Pros, family-owned and operated business going on 26 years. And here's a little bit of what we do.
Hi, I'm Jim Bradley. I'm a comfort specialist here at AC Pros. We are a full-service residential and light commercial HVAC company. We do sales and service for residential HVAC. We also do windows, attic efficiencies, radiant barrier installation, solar fans to make your system last longer. Today we're out here in Keller servicing one of our customers' outside units. This is Joel, our lead tech, taking care of the maintenance today. At AC Pros, we're small enough to care, but big enough to take care of business.
Go Mustangs!
You took a hit, I guess, is.
Welcome back to Mustang Panther Stadium as more seniors are still being announced. Members of the band, drill team, cheerleaders, pep squad, that kind of stuff. They're all getting introduced tonight on senior night, as it is the season finale for the Grapevine Mustangs, taking on the Trimble Tech Bulldogs. And at this time, what we're going to do, we're going to take you to the season finale edition of Tim's Takes, brought to you by our friends at Lee Lewis Construction.
Well, thank you, Jacob, and welcome back to the AC Pros pregame show here on Mustang Friday Night, special Thursday night edition. As we wrap up the regular season this week, I decided to keep my focus with two of the big guys on the offensive line. I spoke with two of them. I had the chance to speak with the senior offensive lineman, number 72, Ben Williams, and sophomore offensive lineman, number 55, Hunter Cuttle. Now, first up, I spoke to the senior, Ben Williams. Ben is just coming back off a collarbone injury. Last week was his first game back. He also broke his collarbone last year, which kept him out the entire season. So he's gone back-to-back years with this injury. He knew how to rehab, said the biggest issue for him was going to be getting his conditioning back. He played the pulling guard last week, and he said in the film room he wasn't graded as well as he would have liked. He did make some mistakes and felt rusty for sure. He missed some assignments, but Coach said it. He did have a solid game. He told Jacob he felt Ben had a solid game for his first game back, and we're happy to see the senior back on the field and getting ready for the playoffs. He looks to get better and better each week, he said, and he will be ready. It's senior night tonight. His mom walked on the field with him tonight, and she has always been his biggest supporter. He does plan to attend college and study computer science. Ben's favorite hobby is to play video games, and his favorite game is Overwatch. Ben wanted to give a shout-out to his mom, who, of course, is here on the field with him tonight, and also wanted to say thank you to his grandmother for always being there for him, and said she has been a huge supporter and caregiver. Next up, I spoke with the happiest player on the team. I'm talking about sophomore offensive lineman Hunter Cuttle. Now, Hunter came into his freshman season as a varsity player last year, and you could see why when you get up close to him. 6'2", 265 pounds. Even though he's got a big smile on his face, he's a people mover, and he can get dirty and nasty. Hunter has played guard, tackle, and center. He likes playing tackle the best in pass pro, but enjoys center if they plan to run the ball because he likes to just run people over. And he said put him on there. Well, I won't say what he said, but we'll say nicely he wants to put him down. Now, he also plays basketball. He plays center. He says he does that so we can get better footwork for football. His goal next year, he wants to bring his teammates closer together and be the best leader he can be on and off the field. He wanted to give a shout out to his Nana in Florida, family friend Bill in Ohio, and his grandparents who watch every game from Ohio as well right here on Tradio. As always, I really enjoyed my time with these young men, even though it was a brisk 35 degrees at 7 a.m. this week at practice. I always enjoy getting to know these guys a little bit more. And Jacob, I'm looking forward to watching the O-line do work tonight, particularly Ben and Hunter.
That's this week's editions of Tim's Takes, brought to you by our friends every week at Lee Lewis Construction. He's going to be stopped short, and it's into the end zone for the touchdown. Welcome back to Mustang Panther Stadium. It is a senior night for the Grapevine Mustangs as they are getting ready to take on the Trimble Tech Bulldogs. It's been a rough season for Trimble Tech. Only one win on the season coming into tonight, so this will be the finale for them as well. 0-6 in district play. Had a close loss last week to Poly as they were attempting to get their one district win. So it's been a rough season for the Bulldogs. The Mustangs coming into tonight. Again, the outcome of tonight's game does not affect the Mustangs when it comes to playoff positioning. They know where they're going to be in the playoffs. They are going to be the 2 seed out of 4-5A Division II. The only slight thing that could be affected by the results of tonight would be if the Mustangs were to win and the O.D. Wyatt Chaparrals were to upset the Heritage Panthers over at Colleyville. And that game takes place tomorrow night. If that were to happen, the Mustangs can claim a co-district championship this year. But otherwise, their playoff positioning is set. Those playoffs will start next week as they will be taking on one of the teams out of 3-5A Division II. And right now, the district standings, Tim, in that one are a little bit jumbled. Argyle is atop the district at 5-0 and 6-2 overall. They're going to win the district. They're playing a winless team this week. Tomorrow night, they're going to end up undefeated in that district and be the top seed. As of right now, the Lake Dallas Falcons, who the Mustangs played last year in the bi-district round and defeated here at Mustang Panther Stadium, hold the number 2 spot. One game back of them are the Denton Broncos and the Frisco Emerson Mavericks. Here's the weird thing. Lake Dallas and Denton play each other tomorrow night, kind of a rivalry game because Lake Dallas is just outside of Denton up there, so those two are rivals. They play each other tomorrow night. Should Denton, who is only 4-5 on the season, but they're 3-2 in district play, were to knock off Lake Dallas, that would make them both of those teams 4-2. And Frisco Emerson is playing one of their fellow Frisco schools, the Independence Knights, who's 1-8 on the season. So you have to expect the wins coming there. So if Denton were to win tomorrow night, it's quite likely you're going to have 3 teams all tied at 4-2 in the district, which sets up for whatever tiebreakers they have set up in 3-5A.
Well, Jacob, all I can say is thank you for unpacking all of that. We're all glad that you are here to explain to us what could happen, what may happen. The fact is that we're here tonight. This is a game for Coach DeBest. I'm sure that he wants to see excellent execution on both sides of the ball. We want to get as many seniors in the game as possible, and we want to come out injury-free, feeling 100% going into next week.
Number 1, I think, would be injury-free. Actually, number 1, win the game.
Win the game, of course.
Number 2, come out injury-free.
Yeah. And
probably number 3 after that, you want to play as clean as possible. Like you said, this is a game where you're trying to kind of set yourself up for the bi-district round next week. We do know that bi-district will be here next week at Mustang Panther Stadium. likely, we don't know for sure, but likely going to be played on Thursday night here next week because Heritage also will be hosting as the number 1 seed. And they play tomorrow, so you would think that they would want a full week of preparation, so they'll probably play on Friday. We don't know for sure, but that is the likely scenario. As the Mustangs right now, I've seen them come out of the locker room, and they are coming down, and they are about to head into the Mustang Walk here on senior night. It is senior night, so everyone is getting honored tonight, but the good thing for these seniors is they will get one final game here at Mustang Panther Stadium next week in the bi-district round of the playoffs.
That's nice. At least they know that tonight's not the last night. They get a playoff game at home, and that's going to be something for them to remember, especially the seniors. Here they come, Jacob.
Yep, coming in for their final Mustang Walk of the regular season. As you can see them coming in, brought to you by our friends at Mesa Mexican Cuisine.
You know, this is interesting. If you look down on the field, it's some of the dads with the cheerleaders. And just a second ago, the dad did a back somersault kind of on the ground while the cheerleader did a back flip.
Go Dad.
So, big difference between the dad and the daughter flipping, the dad somersaulting kind of on the ground, kind of in a fetal position. I loved it.
Go Dad.
Wait, I mean, I love the effort. Look, now there's a dad lifting. I mean, they had to practice some of this stuff, I have to imagine.
Oh, for sure. You know they worked on this little routine coming into this week. As we see the Mustangs they're walking through the stadium right now down below us.
You love this Mustang Walk. So much tradition here. You know these kids love it. Hey, fans, if you're in the middle of the Mustang Walk, please move out of the way because the players are coming through.
Of course, these seniors have had a rough start to their final season, but since the start of district play have really picked things up. As they come into tonight with a 5-3 record on the season through 8 games. Of course, the game against Argyle ended up being a no contest because didn't even get through 1 quarter of that. But the Mustangs tonight with a win also clinch a winning season. As far as their regular season goes, they would be 6-3 with a win tonight, and they would end their season with a 6-1 district record heading into bi-district play. Whoever the Mustangs end up playing next week, again, they'll play whoever ends up being the 3 seed out of 3-5A Division II. Most likely they're going to be facing a very quality football team. Again, Lake Dallas. Oh, actually, we're going to take you down to the field right now, and our sideline reporter, Carly Isbell, as she has Grapevine head coach Bob DeBess.
Good evening, Coach. How are you tonight?
Good, really good. Nice football.
It sure is. How were you able to get the players refocused with such a short week?
Easy. I mean, it's the next game. It wasn't hard. I mean, honestly, it wasn't hard. These guys are having a good time playing together, and it's just all about respect for the next opponent and what's on deck, and it's Trimble Tech tonight.
Can you tell us who your captains are tonight?
Christian Lockett, Connor Bell. Now you just put me on the spot. Ben Williams. And, you really did put me. Demontra's done.
Demontra's done. There it is. Last question for you. What was your message to the seniors tonight before the game?
Just soak in every moment of it. I mean, we're lucky because there's not the finality to senior night like some programs have because we got more football left. But just more than anything else, to enjoy their families being here and enjoy the moment.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight. Go Mustangs.
Thank you very much, Carly. Carly Isbell been doing a fantastic job all season, getting the thoughts of Grapevine head coach Bob DeBess as the Mustangs are inside of BAM, getting ready to come onto the field. The Trimble Tech Bulldogs also about to do the same thing. The Trimble Tech actually has their captains on the sideline ready for the opening coin toss as the Mustang captains are starting to come out. They're going to go meet them for the coin toss. Captains tonight for Trimble Tech are number 17, the starting quarterback, Trent Honeycutt. He is a junior. Number 22, Jadarius Strawn. He is a junior as well, plays defensive line and running back for this team. They have number 78, Julian Perez, junior offensive lineman, and number 54, Sergio Flores, also one of the junior offensive linemen on this Trimble Tech Bulldog football team. The Bulldogs tonight in green and all white uniforms here on the road with green and black striping, green numbers and lettering across the front of their jersey, outlined in black, and black helmets with a green Bulldog logo on the side. And here, a really nice look by Trimble Tech. Got to give them credit on the uniform front.
Mustangs coming out with 4 seniors as captains. We have Connor Bell, Ben Williams. We have Dunn out there who's going to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark. And
Montrose Dunn, yeah.
Senior linebacker number 50, Christian Lockett.
And a couple of little junior Mustangs out there with him for the coin toss tonight.
In the all-blue color rush.
The blue jerseys and pants with white numbers outlined in red striping on the shoulder, the white helmet, of course, with the red Mustang logo outlined in blue.
I'm ready for some alternate helmets from Grapevine. Maybe a red, maybe a blue.
I don't think you'll ever see that, Tim.
Something cool.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Come on, man.
Officiating crew going over the coin toss with them right now. We're just waiting on the results. As both teams have come onto the field, the seniors standing in a line right along the numbers right now, all lock-armed as a senior class. Looks like Grapevine won the toss and has chosen to defer. So we will see the defensive unit of the Grapevine Mustangs to start this game off tonight. This Grapevine defense has been the strength of the football team all year, although the last couple of weeks, especially last week against Arlington Heights, we saw the offense really step up and kind of take control of a football game for the first time this year.
Yeah, this offense is becoming more multidimensional as the year goes on. You got Harrison throwing the ball a little bit more each week. You've got different players running with the ball. We've seen 2-3 different running backs just about every week, 3 or 4 or 5 different guys catching the ball.
So let's give you that starting lineup for the defense, which will be on the field first tonight. Of course, your 2 ends are Bradley Stanier, who leads the team in sacks with 5 on the season, and Tatum Evans, the sophomore. Bradley Stanier, the junior. Tatum Evans, number 11, the sophomore, playing that hybrid defensive end linebacker, the jack position as they like to call it. The senior captain on the defense, number 99, Devin Thomas, at 1 defensive tackle. He leads the team in tackles for loss with 6 on the season. And the junior defensive tackle, Ty Hohenberger, number 95. Now we go. Job by one of the members of the Grapevine High School Choir. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. And we're just about ready to get things started. The rest of the starting defense for the Grapevine Mustangs, of course, the senior captain, number 19, Leighton Towery, at the middle linebacker spot. Senior Major Heck, number 6, playing the Sam linebacker spot. The will be manned by both sophomores Luke Gormley, number 34, and number 31, Cooper Towery. They will rotate in and out. Your 2 senior starting corners, number 8, Ryan Hamilton, and number 3, Darion Burns. Bryson Davis, the senior, starting at free safety, and of course at the strong safety position, number 9, the junior, Brady Boozer. Starting on offense for the Trimble Tech Bulldogs at quarterback is number 17, junior Trent Honeycutt. Your starting running back is sophomore number 5, Angel Venegas, number 5. They go with a 3-wide formation with one of the wide receivers kind of doubling as a hybrid tight end. They are number 1, sophomore John Lacey, number 12, junior Damian Varela, number 24, senior Jesse Hill, and number 4, senior DeCorian Miles. Junior number 65, Robert Vela is your starting center. Your 2 guards are junior J.D. Strawn and junior Sergio Flores, as we're about ready to get things underway with senior kicker Hayden Rhodes lining things up. And the kick is off, and we're underway. It is returnable at the 2-yard line, coming up the middle, up to about the 15, and then getting swarmed under by the Grapevine coverage team. That was number 1, John Lacey, the sophomore, on the return, and the Bulldogs will start at their own 15-yard line.
Surprising that they tried to return that. We often see teams not wanting to return Hayden Rhodes kicks. That time, it really worked against them, right? If you fair catch there, you get the ball at the 25. Now you're back at the 15-yard line. Really set up this Grapevine defense.
The other 2 starters for this Trimble Tech team are your guards, number 57, right tackle Juan Soto, a senior, and number 78, Julian Perez, a junior. Bulldogs coming out in a 4-wide set with stacks on either side. Handoff up the middle on first down. A little bit of room, about 4 yards for the running back, number 5, Angel Venegas.
Nice little hole right up the gut there. Devin Thomas had to come from his DN position to make that tackle. Almost ripped the ball out.
2nd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. And this Mustang defense has been the strength of the team all season. Going with trips to the near side on 2nd down. Draw a quarter little zone read action. Nice fake and run on 2nd down by the starting quarterback, Trent Honeycutt, the junior, number 17. Nice fake, took that up the middle over right guard, got the first down out to the 27-yard line, a gain of 8.
Well executed there by the quarterback. A lot of nerve to go right up the teeth of this very stout Grapevine defense.
Be interesting to see how the Mustangs come out. Handoff on first down. No room to anywhere that time as he is swallowed up in the backfield. Tatum Evans in on that stop, one of the first Mustangs there to make contact. As penetration got into the backfield quickly, they actually give him forward progress to the 26, so it's only a loss of a yard.
We've got the replay here. You could see it. Everybody in on the play, but it is Tatum Evans making first contact along with Leighton Towery.
2nd and 11 now as they go trips far side out of their 4-wide set. Honeycutt with a throw out to the far side, a little wide receiver screen. The receiver's kind of in jail, and he's not going to get much. 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards total on that play as they unpack everybody out of that. It was Leighton Towery again on the tackle, along with Ty Hohenberger, who got out there quickly as he pursued from the inside out.
Really, all 11 Mustangs ended up there by the end of the play. They all flow to the ball so quickly. It's very hard to run screens against this defense.
Snap back, rolling to the right is Honeycutt. He throws one up the sideline. That pass is intercepted by Davis. Breaks a tackle. He's cutting across the far side of the field now, trying to take it into the end zone. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and he will score into the corral. The senior free safety, Bryson Davis, picks it off and returns it all the way for a Mustang pick 6.
Well, I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one. He just kind of floats it up. There was a couple of players from Grapevine that had an opportunity to intercept it. As you watch this replay, he just kind of lobs it up, and what a great instinctive play by the safety Davis. You got to feel great for a senior on senior night to get that ball, take it back to the house, a pick 6. What a way to start the game for Grapevine.
About 42 yards or so on the return for Bryson Davis. This replay brought to you by our friends at Black Walnut Cafe. The kick from Hayden Rhodes is up and good. 9:36 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs have a 7-0 lead We'll take a quick break here. This is Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith from Champion Sports Radio, and this is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio.
Notice, excess Chevy Equinox models from across the region will be sold at one DFW location. Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine's one-time Equinox offload. $7,000 off MSRP or payments under $300 a month. You heard right. Buy for only $299 a month. Excess new 2024 Chevy Equinox direct to the public. $7,000 off or $299 a month. Nationwide shipping. Final notice. Excess Equinox models must be sold at Classic Chevrolet.
Compass Church is for you. Join us each week to experience great music, a message that applies to your everyday life, as well as programming for your kids and students to engage on their level. Learn more at compass.church.
Mustangs get on the board first as Hayden Connor kicks this one high and a little bit short. Again, returnable at the 8-yard line, up to the 15, up to the 20, and then wrapped up at around the 23-yard line as making the tackle was Colby Eckert, number 7, the senior wide receiver. Nice little return that time, a little bit better. Still a little too much dancing, I think, for a return man, but out to the 23-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Little too much dancing for a return man, says Jacob.
No, you want your return man to
When's the last time you returned a kick, Jacob?
You know this. Come on.
Yeah, everyone. I mean,
like I'm silly.
You always want it to be like Devin Hester, right? Put your foot in the ground, get up,
see
get
the
hole,
crease
and go.
Hit it. Yeah.
Everybody's not Devin Hester. Everyone's not able.
15 yards on the return, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 23. This quarter brought to you by our friends at Stacy Furniture and Design. 42-yard interception return for a touchdown by Bryson Davis. And now we're going to have a timeout by the Bulldogs as they didn't have things lined up right. And that's going to be their first timeout of the half. So we'll go ahead and take this timeout with them. 9:30 to go. It's 7-0 Grapevine. This is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio.
Now's the time to get your home ready for the holidays. Let our family at Stacy's help. We make it easy for you. New collections are arriving daily for every room in your home. Our design staff is ready to help you create the perfect room for your holiday entertaining. At Stacy's, our quality name brand selection and prices won't be beat. And right now, you can save even more during our holiday home sale. Save $300, $400, $500 or more during Stacy's store-wide holiday home sale. Remember, if you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
Back here is after the timeout. Trips to the far side for the Bulldogs on 1st and 10. Snap back, little zone read action. The quarterback Honeycutt, nice strong run, going to get about 3 yards as he took it over right tackle after the fake and really showed some good strength on that run.
He did. And Jacob, so we have a new addition to the Grapevine defense here tonight. Brody Henderson, number 33, sophomore, is in the game, and right away he makes himself known. He gets in on that tackle, makes the read recognition, plays his position. Good job on your very first play on this defense.
Getting a little PT. Handoff up the middle on 2nd down, and that play goes nowhere as Bradley Stanier collapsed from his defensive end position and dropped the running back, number 5, Venegas, at the line of scrimmage.
Stanier simply does not stand for you trying to run over his side of the football. It simply doesn't happen. And you've got 2 stud defensive ends out there, and then you've got Ty working in the middle, of course. This defensive line is something to be reckoned with.
3rd and 7 now for the Bulldogs at their own 26. Only a 3-down line set this time for the Mustangs. They drop 8. Honeycutt fires one out. Pass is incomplete. Goes through the hands of the intended wide receiver, number 24, Jesse Hill. And it was going to be well short of the first down anyway as the new entrance.
That sophomore again.
Number 33, Brody Henderson, makes the hit right as the ball arrives, and the Trimble Tech Bulldogs will be forced to punt.
I mean, you can't take away from what an excellent play that is, because you have to time that hit perfectly so you don't get the PI, which they're very quick to throw that flag in the high school game. So well done for a guy coming in on seemingly we haven't seen him with the number 1 defense this year and making 2 big plays on his first series.
Thomas Powers, the junior, number 25, back to receive the punt. High snap, but corralled, and it is maybe, I think the Grapevine may have gotten a piece of that punt as it didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage after it rolled backwards. It was down by number 21, Sal Barboza, but the Mustangs are going to take over an excellent field position at the Trimble Tech 21-yard line. Not sure if Major Heck got a piece of that or not, but the punt definitely went sideways.
He certainly caused the punter to think about what he was doing. He was right in his grill, was Major Hecton. That might be the first negative yardage punt I've ever seen.
Mustang offense on the field, and Ethan Rudolph is back, as Coach Bob DeBest said, starting at center tonight with Hunter Caudle out at right tackle. Give you the starters here in just a moment. 1st and 10. Handoff to DeMontrez Dunn up the middle inside the 15. Spin move inside the 10 and almost gets into the end zone. Gets brought down at the 6-yard line. A gain of 15 for DeMontrez Dunn. Your starters up front. We talked about Ethan Rudolph back in the starting lineup center. Hunter Caudle at right tackle. Number 70, Bergen Weir, the junior at right guard. Left guard, number 71, Daniel Campos. And the senior, number 64, Ryan Knight at left tackle.
Bergen Weir had a huge pancake on that, by the way, with some extra syrup. I mean, he planted his man into the turf, helping out to make a huge hole.
1st and goal at the 6. Handoff. DeMontrez Dunn up the middle inside the 5 and walks it into the corral for the touchdown. 2 carries, 21 yards, and a score for DeMontrez Dunn. And the Mustangs now have a 2-score lead for DeMontrez. That is touchdown number 10 on the ground this season.
And again, Dunn, he makes the cut. Where does he make his cut? Right behind Bergen Weir. He was on the ground on top of the defensive lineman. 2 pancakes on the first drive. Bergen Weir responsible for that touchdown run.
Snap back, and the extra point is up, and it is good. It is 14-0 Grapevine with 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. Let's give you the rest of these starters for the Grapevine offense. Now that we have a moment, of course, the senior Harrison Hackbarth, who maybe has really been playing phenomenal football over the last few weeks, but last week may have been his best game of the season, going a perfect 8 for 8 in the passing attack, being very decisive in the run game. Of course, the 2 seniors that lead the ground attack are DeMontrez Dunn and Connor Bell. Rondell Carradine, the senior slot receiver and running back, who is used both directions. Your senior tight end, Brady Wagner, number 22. And, of course, your 2 senior wideouts, number 2, Darius Burns, and number 10, Will Matheny. Last week, we probably saw the most balanced attack we've seen all season from Grapevine offensively, and they really kind of took control of that football game and led the way in that win over Arlington Heights.
They certainly did. It was certainly gave them a lot of confidence, right, as we get towards the end of the season here. And so far tonight, everything is clicking for Grapevine.
Senior Hayden Rhodes with the kick, but this
Except
one's
for
going to, that one hooked a little bit out of bounds, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Trimble Tech at the 30.
A rare mistake by Hayden Rhodes.
Yeah, Hayden has had a very good season for the Mustangs, kicking the ball.
Coach DeBest comes down and says, hey, Hayden, let's not do that anymore, and walks the other way. I don't think he doesn't feel like he has to say a lot, but just a simple mistake there again. We don't see Hayden kicking the ball like that very often.
So the Grapevine defense back onto the field. They've scored a touchdown and forced a punt in the 2 possessions so far. Just over 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter on senior night. Snap back, handoff up the middle on 1st down, and nowhere to go, as this will be a loss, maybe a loss of yard. They may give him credit back to the line of scrimmage. Devin Thomas, as well as Leighton Towery, leading the way along with Ty Hohenbergers. They tried to go up the middle, and Devin Thomas just beat the block and just completely blew that play up, and it was Leighton Towery who came in right behind him and cleaned it up.
Jeez, that's a host of Mustangs getting in on that one.
Little zone read on 2nd down. Honeycutt keeps the ball, tries to make a move to the outside, but Major Hecht was not having it, and he brought down Honeycutt after only the gain of a yard.
Heck of a play by Hecht. I mean, that was, talk about a great open field tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, that play's going to go for a little while. That is a terrific job by Major Hecht to break down and make that tackle.
Looked like Honeycutt had some running room. Probably would have been best served just to cut up the seam. 3rd and 9 now, trying a screen set up, and is it intercepted? No, it's on the ground. The pass from Honeycutt, he had to float it over a lineman, and it went too high for his running back, who tipped it into the air, and the Mustangs almost picked it off.
Thought Major had him one there, really.
Yeah,
it certainly
close.
looked like he had it, but we'll look at the replay here. Wow, just tipped off the running back's hand, and just barely gets the ground. Nice effort.
Honeycutt having to float that pass over the oncoming rush. It was too high for the running back Venegas. Punt is back, and again, the pressure almost blocks it. It's going to be a short punt that's going to kick backwards, a Grapevine roll, and it's going to get killed at the 35, but we do have a flag down from the far side of the field. This could be offside, could be an alignment mistake by Trimble Tech. We'll see. Line judge on the far side of the field dropped that one down right at the snap.
Well, I'll tell you the way things have been going for Trimble Tech, if it's just an offsides, I'm going to go ahead and decline that and let the ball sit where it is because I don't want another negative punt. I don't want a blocked punt, and both punts have been close to being blocked.
And it's going to be against Trimble Tech for an illegal shift on 4th down. So another poor punt. This one only ends up going 4 yards as opposed to the one that was a negative yardage punt last time. So the Mustangs are going to take over at the Trimble Tech 35 after that, as they'll come out with both Bell and Dunn in the backfield on either side of Hackbarth. Hand off to Dunn, going over the left side and gets tripped up just after he crosses the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of 4 yards for DeMontrez, setting up 2nd and 6.
That was about to be a big one. That was so close to being a big run. Just got the ankles there.
Again, DeMontrez Dunn coming into tonight just over 900 yards on the season. Already scored his 10th touchdown on the ground.
I'd say that's a successful senior season to have double-digit touchdowns and probably going to eclipse the 1,000-yard mark here tonight.
Hand off to Dunn again up the middle, inside the 25, inside the 20. Going to move the chains down to the 19-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 yards for DeMontrez.
It's a heavy dose of DeMontrez right now.
I think they're trying to see if they can get him over that 1,000-yard mark early.
Get your 1,000 and get out, son. You like to see that. You like to see them kind of force feed the ball to him a little bit to try to get those 1,000 yards and move on.
Hand off to Dunn again up the middle, and he's going to just carry a tackler inside the 15 to the 14, a gain of 5 more. Making the tackle that time from behind. Trying to see who that was coming up off the pile. Looked like that may have been number 70, Jesus Saucedo, the junior defensive lineman. But a gain of 5 more.
I mean, this offensive line is just moving the line of scrimmage right now. Dunn with great vision, weaving and picking through his holes.
Grapevine offense seems to be getting hot at the right time. Handoff again to Dunn on 2nd down, going over the left side, but gets wrapped up just past the line of scrimmage. That was a nice open field tackle that time by, I believe that was the linebacker. That was number 9, Jose Mata, the junior, who came through the gap, got around the feet, limited Dunn to only a gain of 3.
So Ian Hatton comes out, the second tight end, and in comes Connor Bell. So now we'll have 2 backs in the backfield. Grapevine loves to give this look with 2 backs and 1 tight end.
3rd and 2 now for the Mustangs at the 11-yard line. Snap back, hand off to Bell. He's got room inside the 5, and he walks it into the corral. Connor Bell punches one in, and the Mustangs are now up 3 scores. Last week it was Bell and Dunn leading the way. They each had 3 touchdowns on the ground to lead the attack for the offense. And tonight, he and Dunn match each other as Connor Bell scampers this one in from 11 yards out.
Well, good speed, good vision, right? Connor Bell getting up through the hole, making the cut, and then putting on the jets to get around the defender. Ring that bell, Connor.
Hayden Rhodes, low snap, and they're going to have to fire play on this, and they're going to try and get the 2-point conversion, and they do. Brady Boozer, Mason Tatum, number 5, the holder. The snap was a little low. It was fumbled. Tatum picked it up and just turned on the jets and got inside the corner of the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
5-10. Oh, sorry.
4:12 to go here in the first quarter, and the Mustangs lead 22-0 Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith from Champion Sports Radio, and this is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio. The kickoff is away, and again it goes out of bounds as Hayden Connor hooks his second consecutive kickoff out of bounds. And Coach DeBest is not happy right now with his senior kicker.
Well, now he's giving him a little what for on that one. He was pretty lenient the first time, but the second time, Coach DeBest met Hayden all the way out at the 40-yard line as he came off the field. That wasn't a good conversation. Hayden going right to the net, looking to get some extra work in.
Yeah, I mean, the other one was hooked, but it just, I mean, that one was, the first one was one that just kind of floated out of bounds. He hooked it a little bit, it just floated. That one was a pretty bad hook.
It looked intentional to a point, but I'm sure he didn't want it to roll out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 30. Quarterback draw for Honeycutt, trying to go over the right side, going to get about a yard, maybe 2 before he is stood up after getting through the hole. That was Leighton Towery in, making the first contact. It is a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
This defense is so hard to move the ball on, especially when you become one-dimensional and you depend on this run game. This defensive line is just so stout, and these linebackers are so good.
High snap on 2nd down, handoff to Venegas, going over the left side this time, finds a little bit of room, out to about the 36, a gain of 4 for number 5, Angel Venegas, the sophomore.
Nice little run there, right? You get yourself now in 3rd and short. This gives you an opportunity if you're Trimble Tech to maybe get a first down and get something going.
Their run game, this zone read run game has had, found a few holes here and there. And a high snap corralled by Honeycutt, and he just gets rid of it. He just throws it into the dirt, as coming in on the pressure that time was Brody Henderson. There's going to be a grounding call because he just kind of spiked it into the turf and it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He wasn't outside of the pocket, and there was clearly no receiver in the area.
Yeah, that time Honeycutt just got completely thrown off by the high snap. He was able to corral it, but then just the timing of the play was completely thrown off. And it's going to end up being a spot foul back at the 29-yard line, so a loss of 6, and now the punt team is on for Trimble Tech.
I'm okay if you want to throw that ball away, but you got to throw it out of bounds. You got to throw it to the sidelines. You can't spike it like that.
That touchdown for Connor Bell, by the way, was his 8th on the ground this season. High snap, and the punt is, I think, may have been tipped. The flag comes out. I thought maybe somebody got a hand on it, but the referee threw the flag.
Somebody had to have touched that ball. Ryan Hamilton swears he did.
Yeah, Ryan Hamilton is looking at the ref like I got a piece of the ball.
I mean, they had to have gotten a piece of that ball the way it came out, you would imagine, but that ref was right there.
Well, and the referee is checking with his fellow official to see. We'll see what the call is. The punter is still down on the field, unfortunately, for Trimble Tech. The referee was checking with one of his fellow officials to see if the ball was tipped, and I think they are going to, I mean, the line judge was telling him he thinks it was deflected. I think they're going to wave this off.
They have, and they have waved it off. Good job by the referee crew, and we're going to get a replay here, I'm being told. So let's take a look at this as we see.
Black Walnut Cafe replay.
It's the high snap once again. Look how high this snap is. That's a great job by the punter to even corral that ball. And then here we have 3 Mustangs, and sure enough, it gets definitely tipped by Ryan Hamilton right there. And he, first one got up and shook his head and said, hey, I tipped it, coach. I tipped that ball. So good job, Ryan Hamilton.
The punter is number 21, Saul Barboza, and he is coming off a little bit of a limp, but coming off under his own power after getting hit. And, that all 3 punts tonight have been high snaps. That one was probably the highest of the 3. And it's thrown off the timing a little bit. Still got some, despite the punt getting tipped, ended up rolling out to the 45-yard line, so it ended up being a 16-yard punt. despite getting deflected.
This will be the longest drive of the night for Grapevine, or at least the worst field position of the night from where they're starting a drive.
Shotgun snap back, handoff to Dunn. Nope, speed option, and Hackbarth's going to keep it, trying to get the corner, and he almost does. Nice open field tackle that time by the linebacker, Jose Mata, number 9. Still a gain of 5 for Hackbarth, but he was a hair's breadth away from turning that one up the sideline.
I like the run. I like the moxie to think that you're going to beat the one guy, but hey, beat the one guy. Give him a stiff arm. Step over him, hurdle him, do some Josh Allen type stuff out there. Come on, Harrison. No, that's a good job. That's a good job. 5 yards. That's all you want if you're this Grapevine offense, 3 to 5 yards. They kind of live on that mantra, and it works for them.
That time he needed the high step because it was an ankle tackle that got him. Play action, roll out. Man wide open down the field, caught by Matheny, and he walks it into the corral for the touchdown. The play action was perfect. The half roll to the near sideline, and all Harrison Hackbarth had to do was just lob that one up, and Matheny caught it and walked into the end zone from 40 yards out.
And we've seen this from Harrison over the last couple weeks, and you watch it here. He's a righty, but he's going to play action, boot to the left, get his hips flipped around, look at that, and throw to a wide open guy. I had a coach tell me once, when a guy's that wide open, just punt it to him down the field, which is what Harrison did, and Matheny easily walks into the end zone. Love to see that with all the blocking he does.
The extra point from Rhodes is up and good. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. It's all Mustangs. It's 29-0 Grapevine. This is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
The kickoff is away, and this time Hayden Rhodes gets it into the end zone, and Coach Bob DeBest giving him a hand as he comes off the field.
Heck,
saying,
yes.
That's what I want. That's what I want from you. And he gives him a high five coming off the field.
I love that. I mean, Coach DeBest just a few minutes ago chewing out the kicker for Hayden Rhodes for not being able to get it down the field. He boots at that time deep into the end zone as we usually see. And the first guy to be there, Coach DeBest, to give him a high five. You love that.
Gets on you for mistakes, but he'll praise you when you do it right. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 25. 2:13 to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Grapevine. 1 touchdown on defense on a pick 6 and 3 on the offensive side. Handoff up the middle. Not much room that time as Devin Thomas all over the running back. Venegas.
Devin Thomas is rubbing his belly. And when he rubs his belly, typically bad things happen to the other team's quarterbacks and running backs.
Little belly rub after the 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Two backs in the backfield. Handoff to Venegas again, and he gets punched. Right after he crossed the line of scrimmage, Leighton Towery stoned him after a gain of only a yard.
I'll tell you what, too, 31 Cooper Towery came in and gave him a shot at the end of the play. So, listen, you don't want to get tackled by one of the Towerys. You certainly don't want to get tackled by both of them.
Going back to the touchdown pass, the 40-yarder, that was the 6th touchdown pass of the season from Harrison Hackbarth, but the first touchdown of the season for Will Matheny on senior night. 3rd and 8. Pass over the middle, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and walking it into the end zone, into the corral for the touchdown is the sophomore linebacker, number 31, Cooper Towery.
Well, he has a great example right at home in Leighton Towery, who he has learned from, watches film together. And look at this. That's all film work. He knew where the ball was coming. He didn't leave his zone, and then it's just straight athleticism all the way to the end zone for the sophomore. Wow, electric.
About 35 yards on the return once because he kind of bobbled it. He almost dropped it.
He almost dropped it.
Finally was able to get possession at around the 35-yard line and took it to the house. Second defensive score of the night for the Mustangs, both on interception returns. And it is all Grapevine here tonight on senior night. Snap is down, the kick is up, the extra point is good. You know, going back a couple of touchdowns ago, we got to give credit again to Mason Tatum. When the snap came in low and he couldn't corral it and get the hold up, you know, he picked it up quick and used his wide receiver speed to beat the defense to the corner and get the 2-point conversion. A heads-up play there by Tatum on that one.
You love Mason Tatum. Back when in the Argyle game during the rain, we were in the locker room with the team, and he is certainly a heartbeat of this team. He's a fun-loving guy. His teammates love him. He's the holder, right? He's also a reserve receiver, and he's done a great job holding the ball all year. I was a holder, Jacob. I can tell you it's not easy. It may look easy. It's not. You're on the ground. You're vulnerable. You got all the big guys coming after you because they want that thing that you're supposed to put down for the kicker perfectly. Get the laces out. Get the ball turned. He's done a great job all year, and to pick that ball up and have the presence of mind to get to the corner of the end zone from the 2-point, congratulations. Good for him as being a senior.
Hayden Rhodes on to kick it off. This one's a nice deep kick again towards the end zone, and that one lands about 4 yards deep for a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Going back to that touchdown pass, give it up for Will Matheny. Been blocking strong all year in the run game. That was only his 7th reception of the season in this run-dominated offense, and he gets his first score of the year on senior night. Got to love that for Will Matheny.
I get excited whenever these receivers get the score because you said it. They are asked to do so much blocking that it's good for receivers. You know, they like to catch the ball. They like to score touchdowns. That's why you play receiver. So it's good whenever they get rewarded. Love to see that.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 25 as they come out trips to the far side. Snap back, handoff, and nice run here on 1st down. Breaking some arm tackles in the backfield as the pocket collapsed. Venegas shoots his way through for a gain of 6.
A nice little run. It looked to be stopped up. Again, a high snap. Kind of messed up the timing. Major Heck makes a great open field tackle. Otherwise, he might have been gone.
2nd and 4 now at the 31. Honeycutt with the snap. Handoff kind of going to the right side, and there's just nowhere to go. Vili Motamanu, number 97, was the first one in on the tackle that time as Motamanu got the senior, got penetration, and just stopped that for a loss of 3.
I mean, instant penetration. There is just nowhere to go, and then you get a host of Mustangs to come and help out. Everybody wants to be in on the party.
Nice TFL for Motamanu here on senior night. 3rd and 7 now. Snap back to Honeycutt, swings it out to the far side. Wide receiver screen, pass is caught. Breaking tackles, driving forward. Not going to get the 1st down, but to tell you what, give credit on that run. Going to end up being a gain of about 5, but it's only going to be 2 yards short of a 1st down. That was number 12, Damian Varela, the junior wide receiver, with a strong run after catch.
Sure was a strong run, and he was getting bounced around like a pinball in a pinball machine, and that's really what helped him get some yards. He took a big hit back in the backfield that propelled him about 3 yards forward. Stayed on his feet. Now we're going to see, looks like Trimble Tech might have taken a timeout.
No, that's the end of the first quarter is what that is.
Quarter.
Yeah, it's the final play of the first quarter. The Mustangs all over Trimble Tech. It's 36-0. This is Mustang Friday Night presented by Tradio.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
That was a quick between-quarter break. Trimble Tech came out, left the offense on the field, went for it on 4th and 2 and got it out to the 37. Handoff on first down to Venegas, and he gets the corner on the far side. He's going to get a solid gain out to the 44. That'll be a gain of 7. It was Venegas who converted the 4th and 2 as they decided to, and understandably so, down 36-0. They had a 4th and 2, left the offense on the field and converted.
Yeah, nothing to lose there, and they're getting close. They've had a couple of runs now that they're getting close to popping a big one. You kind of get that sense a little bit.
2nd and 3 at the 44. Hand off to Venegas, and this time just nowhere to go. That's Ty Hohenberger, number 95, who got some penetration and stopped Venegas for a loss of a yard to set up 3rd and 4. Well, let's see where they mark this. Looks like they're going to give him credit for the line of scrimmage, but still a great play by the junior Hohenberger.
He takes up a lot of space, does Hohenberger, and really controls the middle of the line of scrimmage so well.
3rd and 3, handoff up the middle, and this is going to be a first down. Nice run by Venegas again, picking his way through the line that time. Didn't have much of a gap, but was accelerated through what he saw and got to the Mustang 49-yard line, a gain of 7.
Real nice vision to get through the crease there, and it wasn't much of a crease, but he found it and slid right through it. Kind of almost went sideways, kind of matrixed that thing.
1st and 10 at the Grapevine 49. Again, Venegas. Nope, it's kept by Honeycutt on the zone read. Nice fake again and a nice run. Honeycutt, if he just plants his foot and accelerates upfield, he's got good strength and good acceleration. That time got a gain of 7. I think he just needs to maybe cut out trying to make moves on guys.
Yeah, he's not much of a mover, but he is a good downhill runner from what we've seen. Nice ball fake there. Certainly handling the ball handling in the backfield so important.
Snap back again. He keeps it, and this time he's going to get wrapped up for a big loss back at the 45. Flag down on the play right at the snap. We'll see what the penalty is. That usually means either an illegal formation or offsides.
Another high snap that messes up the timing for Trimble Tech.
And it is offside, so one of the Mustangs lined up in the neutral zone that time. So that'll give Trimble Tech a first down at the Grapevine 37. By far the best possession of the night for the Bulldogs as they've kind of gotten the ground game in a bit of a rhythm here, Tim.
They sure have, and like I said a few seconds ago, I mean, they have been really close to popping some of these, so they're kind of figuring something out at least, and this offensive line is getting a little bit of a lean here on this drive.
Snap back to Honeycutt. They're going to throw the wide receiver screen, and the pass is dropped. And even if it had been caught, it would have been a big loss as Brody Henderson again hit the receiver, dropped the pass, and Henderson clocked him right as the pass went through his hands.
I mean, yeah, that ball hits him right in the hands. He's supposed to catch that, but I think he saw Brody coming. And I tell you what, you're going to get hit anyway. Catch the ball. That's what we always say.
Well, it probably benefited Trimble Tech because it would have been a loss of a couple of yards. That was Damian Varela who dropped the pass. Another high snap, and Honeycutt just has to get what he can. He'll get about a yard. Tell you what, this has been an issue for Trimble Tech all night. These shotgun snaps have been high. They've had high snaps on punts. They haven't had one hit the ground yet, but they've all been consistently high.
Yeah, you got to stop that somehow, right? Go out, get some snaps on the sideline, do something, because these high snaps are really causing you a lot of issues if you're Trimble Tech.
Honeycutt's able to get a yard out of that, set up 3rd and 9 at the Mustang 36. Just over 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Honeycutt dropping back, fires one deep down the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete. Great hit that time by Bryson Davis. Hit the receiver right as the ball arrived, as number 13, Colton Brookins, was the one trying to make the catch, and he got drilled in the back right as the ball arrived. Great timing from Davis.
Great timing. I thought because that ball hung out there for a minute, it was about to be intercepted. You really can't be lollipopping the ball over the middle of the field like that. I'm sure they're going to tell him that when he comes to the sidelines, but that's a great play by a free safety to get that pass breakup.
Timeout is called by the Grapevine defense on 4th down as the Bulldogs were leaving the offense on the field. This second quarter brought to you by our friends at Compass Church. You know, I mean, again, kind of like the 4th down and 2 in their own end a few minutes ago. You're already down 36-0. You've got nothing to lose by going for it. You've got your best drive of the night. Might as well see if you can convert again and see if you can keep this thing going.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. I mean, this is just no quit in Trimble Tech, and you might as well go for it. I'm sure the analytics tell you that this is the time of the game when you go for it on 4th down.
I don't know if 4th and 9, but it position on the field certainly, and considering how this game has gone for you, you want to try and keep any positive momentum you have going if you're Trimble Tech.
To be honest with you, Grapevine has not started the ball on their side of the 50 yet. So even if Trimble Tech doesn't get a first down here, they have managed to put Grapevine in their worst field position of the evening.
So the offense is, both teams are back on the field actually, as Trimble Tech will go trips to the far side here on 4th down. Honeycutt rolling to his right. Fires one out. Pass is incomplete. He had his wide receiver open, number 24, Jesse Hill. And Hill tried to catch that one with his body instead of his hands, and it went off of his chest for an incomplete pass. That's unfortunate because they had the play open, did Trimble Tech.
Yeah, it looked like Ryan Hamilton kind of caused a little confusion for the receiver as he broke on that ball.
Might have crossed into the vision path. He was trying to undercut that route, see if he could pick it. Didn't get there, but it might have messed up the vision just enough of the receiver that he lost sight of the ball at the last second.
Yeah, and now here comes the Grapevine offense in their worst starting position of the evening.
1st and 10 at their own 36. Hackbarth going to fire one out to the far side. Pass is caught by Burns. He's going to break a tackle up to the 40, up the sideline, and he's off to the races. He is going to walk this one into the corral for a touchdown as Darius Burns takes the little hitch route on the screen, makes one man miss, and takes it the rest of the way for a 64-yard touchdown.
Now let's not get hurt on the celebration. Let's not fall on the track. But hey, what a block by Carradine. Here's the replay. You can see Carradine. Here we go. Pancake. Touchdown Burns. Great job by Carradine on the block and Burns on the catch and run. A little stutter step move. Looking sweet out there, I'll tell you what.
Carradine laying down the block for his teammate. The 2nd touchdown of the season for Darius Burns. And the Mustangs are now over 40 points. Snap is down. Extra point for Hayden Rhodes is up and good. 8:38 to go in the first half. The Mustangs now lead 43-0. Tim Smith and Jacob Dedamore here with you from Champion Sports Radio. And this is Mustang Friday Night presented by Tradio.
Hey guys, this is Jose with Infinity Solar. Today we're out here in McKinney, Texas. 48 panels, 18.24 kilowatts, which yearly they're gonna get a total production of 20,664 kilowatts. That's more production than they need, so the electrical company will be able to give them credit for some of that energy that they're gonna be saving. Today we have the SealFab panel. It's a US manufacturer, comes with a 30-year warranty, some of the best warranty in the industry right now. A job this size usually takes companies 2 days to complete. We're gonna knock it out in 1 day. So that works great for our customers. That way they don't have to worry about taking 2 days off from work. They just have to take 1 day, maybe even half a day off their job. So we'll get this customer up and going, ready for the city inspection, and get them up and going with their system.
Well, Trimble Tech does not convert on the 4th down, and it only takes the Mustangs 1 play to put it in the end zone as the kickoff from Hayden Rhodes is a little bit short, but it bounces into the end zone for the touchback. Looked like Trimble Tech had the play called that they wanted on 4th down and 9 at the Grapevine 36, but the pass was dropped. And in 1 play, the Mustangs stick it in on a 64-yard catch and run by Darius Burns, his 2nd touchdown reception of the season. And for Hackbarth, his 2nd of the night and touchdown number 7 through the air this year.
Love to see these seniors having success here tonight.
You know, after last week, it's interestingly enough, Darius Burns, after last week's game, actually came into tonight leading the team in receptions for the Mustangs. He passed Rondell Carradine last week. 1st down, nothing doing on the carry as Venegas is just stood up by a host of Grapevine Mustangs.
The Grapevine is doing exactly, I'm sure, what we talked about at the top of the show, what Coach the Best wants them to do, and that's execute at a high level on both sides of the field. We're not seeing penalties. We're not seeing mistakes outside of a few kicking blunders. This has been a very clean first half for Grapevine.
Cooper Towery led the way on that tackle. No gain on first down, 2nd and 10. Another high snap, and wow, somehow he got the handoff off, and Venegas takes advantage. Had a hole on the right side between just inside right tackle and took it all the way out to the 34 for a gain of 9. I'm shocked that they were able to get that handoff to happen. The snap, it looked like almost like the quarterback Honeycutt was bobbling it as it came in and somehow got it into the gut of Venegas.
I mean, he's been playing hot potato all night with the ball back there because of these snaps. So, yeah, it's certainly hard to get the ball and give it to your running back, and then here we go again.
Yep, another high snap, 3rd and 1, but Venegas again finds a hole, and he'll get a first down. The offensive line, I got to give Trimble Tech's O-line credit. They're doing some good work up front right now, opening holes for Venegas. That time a nice little backside cut, and he gets a gain of 6 out to the 40.
This one-handed snatch of the snap on every single play has been pretty impressive by the quarterback.
Actually, we have a different quarterback in the game now. It's actually number 7, Alexis Saucedo, who's been in on this possession. And now the flag comes in, may have a false start. So it was 7, not 17 in at quarterback for this possession.
And I have him listed as a running back and a quarterback. So
I did see him check in as a tailback towards the end of that last possession. He didn't get the ball, but he did come in after Venegas had run like 4 or 5 times in a row. He is a stocky-looking young man. So Saucedo's a sophomore. First and 15 after the false start. Another high snap, bobbled and immediately blasted in the backfield that time. Devin Thomas got in there immediately, rubs the belly.
I told you.
After dropping the quarterback for a loss of 5, but again, it's the high snap, and Saucedo bobbled it, and that was all. I mean, the penetration was so fast, I don't think it would have mattered, but that's all Devin Thomas needed to get a big sack.
Nobody even put a hand on Devin Thomas. If you're going to block anybody on this line, you got to block number 99.
5-yard loss, 2nd and 20 now at the 30-yard line. Handoff to Venegas. Actually, it's kept by Saucedo. Goes over left guard that time. Gets about 3 yards before he gets driven back by Cooper Towery.
He took a shot because he got tripped up by the ankle, was already going down, and then met Cooper Towery head on and then went backwards. That's not going to feel good. I guess I don't remember what it's like to be young because that looked really painful.
Interestingly enough, that sack for Devin Thomas is only his 3rd of the season. He does lead the team in tackles for loss, but only his 3rd sack.
To be fair, they haven't played a lot of teams that have tried to throw the ball on them this year.
Very true.
Hard to sack when there's not a lot of passing going on.
3rd and 17 now after the 3-yard gain by Saucedo. He drops back here on this one, steps up into the pocket after getting pressured, gets grabbed by the jersey, and the Mustangs just didn't let him go. He's going to end up getting back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, but it looked like Saucedo was maybe going to escape. I didn't see who grabbed the jersey because the Grapevine defender was getting covered up by a blocker, but whoever it was just stuck an arm out, grabbed the jersey, and just wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, it reminded me of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Get over here. Had him by the jersey and just would not let go.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So the punt team is on again for Trimble Tech. I wish we could have seen who that was that made that grab.
Incredible strength.
Yeah.
The only thing we haven't seen is a punt return for a touchdown. So maybe this is it.
Another really high snap on the punt, and it just throws everything off. It's another sideways punt. It's going to take a Grapevine roll inside the 40. Going to get down at the 37 for only about a 4-yard punt.
Awfully dramatic touchdown, wasn't it? That was a dramatic touching down of the football there.
Well, I mean, these high snaps for Trimble Tech are just not giving Barboza much of a chance to get a good punt off because he's having to leap to make sure the snap doesn't get away from him, and then the pressure has been getting in there because of the timing.
So we've got a few changes at offensive line. We've got a few changes at receiver. Harrison Hackbarth is still at quarterback, however.
Snap back, handoff to Dunn. Not much room this time. Going to get maybe 2 yards down to the 35 before he gets wrapped up. And you're right now, a couple changes in offensive line. We do have Ben Williams, number 72. The senior is in on this possession. Looks like he is playing left guard right now. They have 71 Daniel Campos over at right guard.
Campos is at right tackle. Cuddle's at right guard.
Yeah.
And he does. He plays all the positions on the offensive line.
Hand off to Dunn. He's got room up the middle, breaking a tackle inside the 30, and he's going to get a first down to about the 26-yard line. Gain of 9. Let's see, they're going to mark, at the 26. That'll be a gain of 9 for DeMontrez Dunn, and they'll move the chains.
Heck of a job by Cuddle. Make sure Cuddle is saying hi to all of his friends in Ohio. Longtime friend, Mr. Bill. His grandparents are watching from Florida, but hey, he got nasty on that play. He put a couple players from Trimble Tech on the ground, which we know that's his favorite thing to do.
Ian Hatton in at tight end here on this play. First down, handoff to Connor Bell. He's got room at the middle, makes a man miss inside the 20, inside the 15, still on his feet down to the 10-yard line. Nice run by Connor Bell, a gain of 16 yards, and that sets up a 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
Couple nifty moves. If you look at it, here's the replay. You get a good pull-out block by Ben Williams, and then all of a sudden it's just vision, speed, and power. Great job.
Connor's one of those guys, when he gets into the open field, he's very good at making just these little slight side steps to avoid like full contact, and he's breaking through arm tackles.
No.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line as Dunn is in the backfield with Hackbarth. Snap back. It is a handoff to Dunn up the middle, inside the 5, and walking it into the corral for the touchdown the 2nd time tonight. DeMontrez Dunn has punched it in.
Done. Once again, it's Hunter Cotto, who this time pulls from that right guard position and opens up the hole. You'll see him pull around here. Boom! He opens up that big hole. The linebacker wanted nothing to do with him, and then Dunn, easy. Good vision, nice little burst. We know how he likes to do it. Get right into that end zone. That's his 3rd of the night, I believe. That's a hat trick.
2nd touchdown of the night for him.
Okay, I was a little ahead of myself. Sorry, Dunn.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 2:23 to go here in the first half. Mustangs lead 50-0. This is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium as the Mustangs now lead 50-0 here on senior night. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you from Champion Sports Radio as DeMontrez Dunn just scored his 2nd touchdown of the night. The kickoff from Hayden Rhodes. This one's short but returnable, bounces at the 12, picked up at the 8, and going around the far side up to about the 19 before getting brought down is the return man, number 24, Jesse Hill.
Nice job by Grapevine's special teams as usual. I'm sure that they asked Hunter to kick it a little short that time. I mean, he can get it in the end zone every time he wants to. So nice kick, nice coverage by that kick team.
Scoring has been really spread out tonight for the Mustangs as we've had 2 defensive scores. DeMontrez Dunn has punched it in on the ground twice. Connor Bell has a touchdown on the ground. And then we've had 2 touchdowns through the air tonight, one to Will Matheny and one to Darius Burns. A lot of seniors getting involved tonight. 1st and 10 at the 19. And the ball is kept, and that was a mistake.
Oh, he got slammed down by Bradley Stanier.
That was Saucedo, the sophomore. You know, he's young. He'll learn when to give that ball out, when to give that ball, and when to keep it. We've seen Honeycutt in there. He was actually running this pretty well, the junior. You wonder if he's injured or if they're just getting Saucedo some snaps. That's a loss of 3 on the play as Saucedo got buried in the backfield. Second down now from the 16-yard line. Venegas in there with Saucedo. They have a bunch formation on the far side of the field. Going to give it up to Venegas this time, but he just has nowhere to go at all, as wrapping him up and slow to get up is Bradley Stanier, but it looks like he is up on his feet now. Stanier just collapsed from the far side of the formation, as we see here on the Black Walnut Cafe replay.
Stanier's going to come out and get a little rest.
Looked like he got dinged up a little bit on that tackle as he was kind of slow to get up.
6'6", 230. He sure creates havoc out there from the defensive line, defensive end spot.
3rd and 13. Handoff to Venegas, trying to find room on the far side and just won't find any as the Mustang defense wraps him up right at the line of scrimmage. That was Devin Thomas again, along with Tatum Evans. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And under a minute to go, Trimble Tech will have to run a play here. They may try to just go for this. I think just for the heck of it, run the play clock down and then maybe see if they can punch this in.
Yeah, they would have to run a 10-second play.
Play clock running down. Of course, Trimble Tech may just be running trying to run this as far down as possible, and they do. They take a timeout with 8 seconds left. Now they can bring the punt team on and kick it, and that'll be the end of the first half. It's been all Mustangs tonight here on senior night, as things got started tonight on the first possession with a pick 6 from Bryson Davis, the senior safety, from 42 yards out. And then, of course, the Grapevine offense, when getting their opportunities, have scored on every possession so far. Got another pick 6 from the sophomore linebacker, Cooper Towery. But other than that, it's been seniors doing the work so far tonight on the offensive side.
We certainly haven't seen a point explosion like this year out of Grapevine. 50 points at halftime. That's I don't know if we've seen this out of them in the last couple of years that we've been here. This has been everything's going right for them.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time we saw something like this was back when they're taking on Poly and Northside back or those 2 games over at Handley. Or actually the Poly game was here, but still, it's been a while, since they've been able to explode like this. They've been playing some tough defenses in Wyatt and Arlington Heights the last 2 weeks.
And I'm not sure that this is as easy as punt the ball away and the half is over, because, I mean, every play has been some sort of an adventure with the snap. So
the sophomore Saul Barboza, the punter, back once again. And better snap this time, and he's actually able to get the punt away. That's what happens when you have a decent snap. Best effort of the night for Barboza. It's going to get killed in Grapevine territory at the 47, and that will do it for the first half. A 40-yard punt will end things, and the Mustangs will head to the locker room here on senior night, leading by a score of 50-0. And before we go to break here at halftime, we do have Carly Isbell down on the sideline, hoping to speak with head coach Bob DeBest before he goes into the locker room. And all right, so Carly has Coach DeBest. Let's go down to the sideline with Carly Isbell.
Coach, that's a big performance by your Mustangs in the first half. What are you going to tell them during halftime right now?
I mean, this is a 60-minute game, and no matter who's in there, they got to perform, and we're going to coach them hard. Obviously we're in a great position, but we got to finish the game, and that's the message. I mean, you don't celebrate until it's over.
Of course. Does his game plan change in the second half, though?
The only thing that changes probably is just you'll see some more faces. You'll see some backups in there, and with the score the way it is, we'll get a chance to play some kids and evaluate them, which is a real positive thing.
Thank you so much, Coach. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you very much, Carly, and thank you, Coach Bob DeBest. The Mustangs lead Trimble Tech by a score of 50-0. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have all the halftime festivities for you here on Senior Night from Mustang Panther Stadium. This is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio.
Hi, I'm Russ Teeger.
And I'm Laura Teeger. We're the proud owners of AC Pros, family owned and operated business going on 26 years. And here's a little bit of what we do.
Hi, I'm Jim Bradley. I'm a comfort specialist here at AC Pros. We are a full service residential and light commercial HVAC company. We do sales and service for residential HVAC. We also do windows, attic efficiencies, radiant barrier installation, solar fans to make your system last longer. Today we're out here in Keller servicing one of our customers' outside units. This is Joel, our lead tech, taking care of the maintenance today. At AC Pros, we're small enough to care, but big enough to take care of business.
Go Mustangs!
Compass Church is for you. Join us each week to experience great music, a message that applies to your everyday life, as well as programming for your kids and students to engage on their level. Learn more at compass.church.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Hi, I'm Russ Teeger.
Hey guys, this is Jose with Infinity Solar. Today we're out here in McKinney, Texas. 48 panels, 18.24 kilowatts, which yearly they're gonna get a total production of 20,664 kilowatts. That's more production than they need, so the electrical company will be able to give them credit for some of that energy that they're gonna be saving. Today we have the Seal Fab panel. It's a US manufactured, comes with a 30-year warranty, some of the best warranties in the industry right now. A job this size usually takes companies 2 days to complete. We're gonna knock it out in 1 day. So that works great for our customers. That way they don't have to worry about taking 2 days off from work. They just have to take 1 day, maybe even half a day off their job. So we'll get this customer up and going, ready for the city inspection, and get them up and going with their system.
Now's the time to get your home ready for the holidays. Let our family at Stacy's help. We make it easy for you. New collections are arriving daily for every room in your home. Our design staff is ready to help you create the perfect room for your holiday entertaining. At Stacy's, our quality name brand selection and prices won't be beat. And right now, you can save even more during our holiday home sale. Save $300, $400, $500 or more during Stacy's store-wide holiday home sale. Remember, if you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Each year across the United States, young lives are lost to sudden cardiac arrest, and our communities are left to pick up the pieces. That's what happened in April of 2009 when Zachary Schraw lost his life to an undiagnosed heart condition after collapsing suddenly during a Plano East Senior High School football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Notice, excess Chevy Equinox models.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, the Grapevine Mustangs lead the Trimble Tech Bulldogs by a score of 50-0. Here on senior night, as the Mustang Phillies are now coming onto the field for their halftime routine, as well as the Grapevine Mustang marching band. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take you down to the field and let you watch and hear the performances of both of these groups here on senior night. This halftime brought to you by our friends at Chill in Grapevine. Eat, drink, and dance at Chill here in downtown Grapevine. Now down for the Grapevine Mustang Philly drill team and Grapevine Mustang marching band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to Mustang side. For your halftime entertainment, Grapevine High School's proud to present the award-winning, fabulous Billy Dobsons in a grand entry performance. Billy Dobsons from left to right are Lieutenant Reagan Callahan, Lieutenant Claire Chase, Captain Kate Dixon, First Lieutenant Ava Shonda, and Lieutenant Anna Marchbanks. Billy Social Officers are President Sarah Landoff, Vice President Emily Daniel, Secretary Emily France, Historian Emily Lee, Chancellor Emily Jones, Social Media Administrator Captain Emmanuel Lee, Philanthropy Chair Ainsley Alexander, and Student Advocate Abby Trotter. Now please welcome to the field for the Grapevine, fabulous Billy's Dance Team. Billy runs the rest of the team forward. half recognition is Carolyn Robbins. Thank you for all you do for the kids and for Grapevine High School. This week's Spirit Girl is Grace Rose. Rookie of the week is Olivia Orozco. And our Philly Honor Girl is Katie Gibbs. The Phillies will be performing the Field Streamer to Don't Stop the Music.
because there will always be, because there will always be for two. There will always be inside. You can feel it outside.
Joining us from Grapevine, Texas.
Inside.
Please welcome
inside.
the Grapevine High School Marching Band. Grapevine High School show is entitled Headspace. It includes the music of Danny Elfman, Eric Whitaker, John Adams, The Cranberries, Yazoo, and Dave Glide. Bands of America is proud to present in preliminary performance drum majors Audrey Leckie, and Denise Kilkumar, and Nate Cryan, and the Grapevine Mustang Band.
Mustang Band. The Mustang Band is under the direction of Lee Brad and Jake Reese. The directors include Brady Slate, Jordan Drury, Ryan Hendricks, and Jocelyn Callow. Mustang Band Silver Spines include Super Service, Walmart, Burger King, State, Booyah Burger, Colleyville, Phoenix City Motors, Valiant Pizza Colleyville, Bonita Beach Colleyville, Play Drive, Casa, Lolo's, Works to Go, Walmart Mover, SAP Sportstar, Texas Toyota, and Review Back. Thank you to our sponsors, our community, and administration for your continued support. And as always, go Mustangs!
Hey guys, this is Jose with Infinity Solar. Today we're out here in McKinney, Texas. 48 panels, 18.24 kilowatts, which yearly they're gonna get a total production of 20,664 kilowatts. That's more production than they need, so the electrical company will be able to give them credit for some of that energy that they're gonna be saving. Today we have the Seal Fab panel. It's a US manufactured, comes with a 30-year warranty, some of the best warranties in the industry right now. A job this size usually takes companies 2 days to complete. We're gonna knock it out in 1 day. So that works great for our customers. That way they don't have to worry about taking 2 days off from work. They just have to take 1 day, maybe even half a day off their job. So we'll get this customer up and going, ready for the city inspection, and get them up and going with their system.
Now's the time to get your home ready for the holidays. Let our family at Stacy's help. We make it easy for you. New collections are arriving daily for every room in your home. Our design staff is ready to help you create the perfect room for your holiday entertaining. At Stacy's, our quality name brand selection and prices won't be beat. And right now, you can save even more during our holiday home sale. Save $300, $400, $500 or more during Stacy's store-wide holiday home sale. Remember, if you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family. Now's the time.
Back here at Mustang Panthers Stadium, as we are getting close to the start of the second half, the Mustangs and the Bulldogs both preparing to come onto the field. It was a half dominated by Grapevine as they lead here on senior night by a score of 50-0. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith here with you from Champion Sports Radio. And Tim, outside of a couple of small mistakes, mostly on special team, mostly on kickoffs, I don't think things could have gone much better for Grapevine in that first half.
Jacob, it's a half 100, right? It's a half 100. As we got a text from a very special friend, Mr. Polk. Everybody remembers Parker's dad, Parker Polk, who made famous doing the Parker Polka into the end zone several times over and over again. 50 points and a half. That's a lot. I mean, that's a 50 burger at a halftime. Could we see 100 tonight, Jacob?
Yeah, we'll see.
See 100.
I think what we're going to see in this second half is we're going to see a lot of play from hopefully seniors getting snaps. That first half, it was spread out. The offense was doing it through the air and on the ground. The defense stepped up, not only with a number of stops, but also scoring 2 touchdowns of their own on pick sixes by Bryson Davis and Cooper Towery. But it was a really excellent half by Harrison Hackbarth and the ground game. Hackbarth throwing touchdowns to seniors Will Matheny and Darius Burns. And the ground attack got things going as well. 2 touchdowns from senior DeMontrez Dunn and 1 from senior Connor Bell.
I mean, a couple weeks ago, Harrison was 8 for 8. Last week, 8 for 8. I'm wondering, is this guy going to throw an incompletion anytime soon?
He is really on his
look
game.
like it.
He is really on his game the last couple of weeks, and that's a great sign for the Mustangs as they head towards playoff. Really quickly, a couple of scores right now. Games already going on tonight. We did talk about that, the possibility of Grapevine getting a co-district championship, even though they'll be the number 2 seed out of this district in the playoffs right now. We do have a score Heritage, Colleyville Heritage only leading Wyatt by a score of 7-6. Now don't know where this game is. It says this is a first quarter score, so this game may have started after Grapevine. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a surprising score, is it not?
It is a little bit, but remember this OD Wyatt team that we
some
saw here a
fighting.
couple of weeks ago. They've got a lot of fight. They've got a very strong athletic defense that Grapevine was only able to put up 13 points on offense against them. Grapevine had a kickoff return for a touchdown in that game against Wyatt, and the offense was only able to put up 13. They held Arlington Heights to only 20 points as well. So
I thought they were playing tomorrow night, though.
I did too. I thought that game was going down tomorrow night, but apparently happening tonight. I did tell you that, and that's just because that's what I saw on a that's what I saw on a schedule, but apparently I was incorrect. That game going down tonight over in Fort Worth. And it's going to be a little onside kick to start things off. It's picked up, and it's going to be returned up the sideline inside the 25, the 20, and great field position at the 20-yard line. A heads-up play by the senior wide receiver, Mason Tatum, who picked up the high hop as Trimble Tech tried to catch Grapevine off guard with the onside kick. And Mason Tatum was all over it, picked it up, made a spin move, and returned it down to the Trimble Tech 20-yard line. I think it was about a 38-yard or 28-yard return for Mason Tatum.
That is massive, Moxie. You're taught at the front line to catch the ball, fall down. He does not do that. He reminds me of Tweeter from Varsity Blues. I mean, he is that charismatic, high-energy guy. Love to see that heads-up play.
So the Mustang offense will come onto the field.
We've got some backups in, Jacob. Harrison
yes, we do.
Hackbarth
is already out. Handoff up the middle by Contreras. Julian Contreras, number 32, and the ball comes out. Looks like as he got spun down, the ball was ripped out of his hands, and it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be a fumble recovery at the 15-yard line for Trimble Tech. So Julian Contreras, the junior, on his first carry, had a good gain, but as he got spun around on the tackle, the ball popped loose, and Trimble Tech gets a turnover. You mentioned the other backups. We also had Cale Thompson, number 80, in at quarterback. He is the backup on this team. We're seeing it here on the replay, and that is just a great job of grabbing the ball and ripping it out by number 22, J.D. Strawn, the junior linebacker, junior defensive lineman and running back, as he tackled the ball and ripped it out.
Just unfortunate. You make a little bit of a line change offensively and have that mistake right off the bat here to start off the third quarter.
So 1st and 10 for Trimble Tech. Handoff coming to the near side, and there is just no room for Venegas as he's going to get dropped at the line of scrimmage. That was Darion Burns, number 3, leading the way on the tackle. No gain on first down.
Yeah, Cooper Towery in on that too, coming side to side. He's such a good player, sideline to sideline. They're just trying to get outside, use some speed, Trimble Tech, but Grapevine is so good at stringing those types of plays out to the sideline.
It is Trent Honeycutt, number 17, back in at quarterback, as the last few possessions had been run by the sophomore Saucedo. Hands it to Venegas, who just lowers his shoulder, knocks over a Grapevine defender, and gets all the way out to the 20 for a gain of 6.
Hey, 2 perfect snaps in a row, Jacob. I think they figured something out maybe in the locker room at halftime, but nice little gain there. You're in 3rd and short, and they're pretty comfortable in the 3rd and short situations.
Yeah, this run game for Trimble Tech has had some success tonight, off and on here in this ball game. 3rd and 4 now at their own 20, with Venegas in there, offset to the left side of Honeycutt. Venegas will take the handoff, trying to go over the right side, and just nowhere to go. He's going to power his way back to maybe the line of scrimmage, but Tatum Evans was the first guy there on contact. He got around the waist and just wouldn't let go, and the rest of his teammates came in and pushed the pile back, and it's going to be 4th down after no gain.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm getting tired up here. I'm watching Coach the Best just walk up and down the sidelines. This guy, he's got so much energy. He's been coaching football for so long, and he is just up and down the sideline. I'm getting worn out.
4th and 4 at the 20-yard line. Trimble Tech for the moment going to leave the offense on the field. Might as well.
Might as well.
Them. Yep.
Last game of the season. Can't hold anything back.
Thank you, Dan. Handoff up the middle, and they're not going to get it. Tried to bounce outside and get away, but on the tackle was Cooper Towery, number 31. He tackled Venegas at the line of scrimmage, and the Mustang defense gets a turnover on down, stepping up on quick change after the fumble by the offense.
That was interesting because they still kept the ones out there for the defense, but we're still with a different, now not all number 2s. We have some starting offensive line still in the game, but quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, running back, all new.
Cale Thompson out to run the offense again on this drive. Handoff up the middle, inside the 15, down close to the 11-yard line. That's number 36, Jaime Sanchez, the junior running back.
Nice run right up the middle. And they did the same thing, trying to strip the ball out, but he held on tight.
Trying to tackle the ball and spin the running back around and rip the ball loose.
Yeah.
Sanchez gets a gain of 8 on first down, down to the 12-yard line. We've seen Contreras step in at different times this year, and he's been effective when he's been in the game, number 32.
He has been the third back a lot of times that we've seen.
This time Sanchez gets it again. He's got room over the outside, inside the 5, and walks it into the corral for the touchdown.
Great block by Colby Eckhart, number 7, the wide receiver. The tradition continues with these wide receivers making blocks downfield because, as you know, offensive line block for first downs, wide receivers block for touchdowns. And
plenty of room off the Black Walnut Cafe replay. Plenty of room off of right tackle that time for Contreras as he scores his second touchdown of the season on the ground.
And we have gone into a running clock situation, Jacob. You can see the clock did not stop on the extra point.
Extra point is up and good. It is now 57-0 Grapevine. This is Mustang Friday Night presented by Tradio. Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith with Champion Sports Radio here with you on Mustang Friday Night as the Mustangs punch one into the end zone. Basically a continuation of the drive that had started a few plays before. Hayden Rhodes boots this one high, and it is going to be fair caught at the 8-yard line, so that'll bring it out to the 25 for Trimble Tech.
Lesson learned from the first half. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Mustangs, after the great return by Mason Tatum off the onside kick, had a fumble by Julian Contreras, but the Mustang defense forced a turnover on downs, and they basically got to start the drive over again, and this time Contreras was able to finish it off with a 12-yard touchdown run, his second of the season.
Trimble Tech lining up to take their first snap of this new drive. Another high snap, and the whistle blows the play dead. So we'll check with the referees, see what the penalty is all about.
Looks like it's going to be a delay. They didn't get that one off on time.
That's a little strange because they were huddled there for a long time. You hate to see delay a game coming out the first snap of the first series. Just a mistake by the quarterback. There's a clearly clocks on both end zones, so they know what the play clock is.
It is Honeycutt again in at quarterback. 1st and 15 now back at the 20. He's going to throw this one up the far sideline, and that one's just going to float out of bounds as the receiver was not able to get away from.
I don't think the receiver knew it was a pass play, Jacob.
I'm not sure if he did
trying
either.
to block,
Yeah.
and he was tied up with Burns out past the white part of the sideline, and the ball is thrown to the ghost receiver.
Yeah, it looked like a miscommunication for sure. 2nd and 15 now back at the 20. As they go 4 wide here. And Honeycutt's going to keep it on the zone read, trying to go over the right end. Going to have a little bit of yardage. 2, maybe 3 yards. They're going to mark him down at the 22-yard line.
Heck of a fake. It was a heck of a fake, but Grapevine's defense, again, they are so good sideline to sideline. It's really hard to get outside the edges on them.
It really is. I mean, Grapevine's defense is very fast. It's trying to, like you said, trying to beat them with speed is typically not going to work. This is a type of defense you almost want to run straight at. Snap back, pass out to the far side, and that one just sails. Honeycutt goes well over the head of his intended wide receiver, Jesse Hill, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'd like to point out that Colby Eckhart, number 7, now who had the big block earlier as a receiver, is in on defense as well, so he's getting a little bit of double duty tonight. So we're seeing some of the future of Grapevines, and we're seeing some seniors getting some play. So we've got some underclassmen getting in tonight. We've got seniors that don't get a lot of burn playing tonight. This is very exciting to see and a lot of fun for the Mustangs.
And once again back to receive the punt is number 25, Thomas Powers. High snap, but the punt is away. High short punt, fair caught by Powers at the Trimble Tech 48-yard line. That's a 26-yard punt, and the Mustangs will take over in Trimble Tech territory.
So here comes Eckhart. The defense comes off the field. Eckhart goes right into the offensive huddle, and he's going to line up at receiver.
So the senior, Colby Eckhart, number 7, getting some run on both sides of the ball. Mason Tatum, the senior, out there at the slot position.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see him get a ball.
At the far side, far receivers, number 82, Nathaniel Davis, the junior. Snap back, handoff on 1st down to Sanchez. He's got room inside the 40. Nice run by Sanchez, and a nice hole opened up. Gets down to the 37-yard line, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Real nice job by this offensive line. You can see they're just people movers, right? They're just moving people out of the way. I'd like to give you some numbers. It's hard to see. There's a lot of people making really good blocks on that particular run.
Nice to see Josiah.
Alex Simmons was in there.
Nice to see Josiah Vasquez back, the senior, number 65. He had been out for a few weeks with an injury. He's playing right tackle on this possession. First and 10 at the 37. Snap back, Sanchez again with the handoff. Inside the 35, spinning his way out of a tackle, and gets brought down at the 31 for a gain of 6 yards.
And that cutback is possible because of number 81, Alex Simon, the 6'2", junior tight end, right? We're seeing a future tight end star right in front of us. He comes through, he picks up the block, kind of a pulling from the H position, and makes a nice seal block so that cut block area is there.
2nd and 4 now for the Mustangs at the Trimble Tech 31. Going to go 3 wide this time. Contreras in the backfield, and he'll take the handoff going over the left tackle that time, but a nice open field tackle by the starting linebacker, Jose Mata. Wraps up Contreras just about a yard short of the 1st down as he really attacked that play from his middle linebacker spot.
He sure did. He saved that 1st down because that certainly was going to be a 1st down. Nice little hole opened up the entire left side of the line, gets collapsed, but good open field tackle, as you said.
Andrew Edwards, number 60, the senior offensive lineman, in at left guard on this possession. Getting some run out there. 3rd and a yard for the Mustangs. Snap back, hand off to Contreras. He's got room up the middle, has the 1st down, and going to push the pile maybe to about the 25 before he gets driven back, but it's enough to move the chains. They're going to mark him just outside the 25 to a gain of 2 or 3 yards, but a first down.
And look who was in the mix. Mason Tatum as a receiver, trying to block downfield like a lineman would, taking players off his running back. Got to love that from the wide receiver.
As you mentioned, the junior tight end Alex Simon in there. They're going to go with both Sanchez and Contreras in the backfield, with Thompson in that offset pistol formation. Hand off to Sanchez up the middle. He's got room to run inside the 15. He's heading for the end zone, and he will walk it into the corral. Jaime Sanchez from 26 yards out, and he gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight.
And it's the stutter move that he makes in the middle of the hole. He gives a little shake and bake in the middle. We'll see it right here. He just comes up right behind number 70, boom, and hits the hole. Touchdown. That's a great job, and a great job by Bergen Weir once again. Bergen Weir has been opening up holes all season long. He's the one responsible for that particular hole. Great job.
Jaime Sanchez with his first touchdown of the season. The extra point is up and good, and the Mustangs lead now 64-0. We will take a break here on Mustang Friday Night, powered by Tradio.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
The kickoff is picked up around the 5-yard line as Trimble Tech was trying to let it bounce into the end zone, but it kicked up at the 5. And so number 24, Jesse Hill, had to pick it up, and he got wrapped up right at the 5. Great coverage by the Grapevine special teams, and a bit of a mental mistake right there by Hill. You better make sure if you're going to do it, call that fair catch, that kickoff goes into the end zone.
And just an unfortunate bounce there for Trimble Tech.
This third quarter brought to you by our friends at Classic Chevrolet here in Grapevine. Classic Chevrolet, relax, enjoy the difference. Trimble Tech going to take over their own 5-yard line here. This will probably be the last play of the third quarter. And then we're going to go down to our sideline reporter, Carly Isbell. She has a very special guest ready to go. Honeycutt still in at quarterback for Trimble Tech. Number 17, along with number 5, Angel Venegas, the sophomore running back. And it's a quarterback draw by Honeycutt, powering his way forward. Nice solid run out to the 10-yard line. They just went straight up the middle that time. And it looks like that will be the final play here of the third quarter. Grapevine leading Trimble Tech on senior night by a score of 64-0. And now let's go down to the sideline to our sideline reporter, Carly Isbell, with Grapevine Executive AD Todd Raymond.
I'm here with the Executive Athletic Director of GCISD, Todd Raymond. Hi, Todd. Good to see you. GCISD has a lot of success in athletics these days. Can you give us an update on how the district is doing across the board?
Yeah, we've got a crazy busy time of the year for us. Colleyville Heritage Volleyball won tonight. They won their volleyball. They swept, so they're moving on to the third round. Grapevine Volleyball plays tomorrow night. We've got state cross country. I'll be up here, leaving here about 5 o'clock in the morning, heading to state cross country meet for 3 of our teams are down there running in Round Rock. And then we will host both playoff games for football next week. And then basketball season is starting too. So it's rocking and rolling fast.
For sure. What's the plan next week, and how do you feel about having both of your football teams in the playoffs?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, obviously, that's the goal, right? We want everybody in the playoffs. But, right now, preliminarily, it's Grapevine Thursday and Colleyville Heritage Friday. So we'll see. Some things can happen that might change that, but we'll see.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Carly, and thank you to Executive Athletic Director Todd Raymond. Snap back on second down, and a nice run to the far side by Honeycutt. He's out past the 25. Great run, best one of the night from the starting quarterback, Trent Honeycutt, all the way out to the 27-yard line, a gain of 17. Great fake, and then there was just nobody home on the far side of the formation.
Now, a rare getting of the corner there for Honeycutt, but nice job. He's been running the ball well all night. He's really good at that ball fake as well.
17-yard gain and a first down for Trent Honeycutt. There you go, trips to the near side. Honeycutt looking to throw, swings it out, screen pass, caught, and a great job of beating the blocks and pursuing that and making the tackle. That time it was number 33, Brody Henderson, the sophomore, and number 49, Michael Utorka, the sophomore linebacker. The two young guys making a great play on that screen pass.
And once again, we're seeing some of the future players for this Grapevine varsity defense and team as a whole that we'll see next year. Bright future for Grapevine, as we know.
Absolutely. Both Utorka and Henderson just beating the blocks on that attempted screen in the near flat to number 5, Angel Venegas. 2nd and 10 now. Bunch formation on the far side. It's going to be a handoff to Venegas. Got some room up the middle, out to the 35 and close to a first down. Really strong run. Looks like he's going to be about a half-yard short of the first down, but nice strong run again right up the gut there by Venegas.
Yeah, he's been a really good runner tonight, Venegas, and he gets there, he puts his hand on his lineman, he kind of leads the way, picking and choosing where he wants to go. And now they've got a little something brewing here, don't they, Trimble Tech?
Gain of 9 yards officially, third and a little less than a yard. And Venegas gets the ball again, and he's going to get stood up. It's going to be very close. Looks like they're going to give him just enough to get the first down, but a great job in the middle of that defense at that time, led by number 45, Adam Burns, the sophomore defensive lineman. The senior, number 46, Ethan Wallace, was right there with him, but stoned him right at the line, but they gave him just enough forward progress to move the chains.
Yeah, that was a heck of an effort for Trimble Tech to get that first down. Great job in that middle of that defense to really make sure that was it. Just a yard. That's all they get.
Quarterback draw on first down by Honeycutt, picking his way through out to the 45. Another good run, another good set of blocking by that Trimble Tech O-line, and he gets about 7 yards out to the 45-yard line, 7.5.
Well, this is Trimble Tech 1s versus Grapevine's 2s and 3s, right? So take some of this with a grain of salt if you're Grapevine, but let's step up now, especially you guys don't get a lot of playing time. Let's make some plays.
2nd and a little less than 3 yards at the 45. Another quarterback draw from Honeycutt. Got room over midfield and just into Grapevine territory before he gets brought down, as that was number 49, Michael Utorka, on the stop. Number 44, Harrison Bargy, was also in pursuit, the sophomore.
They're running a little bit slower than I thought they might at this point, Jacob. I would think you'd want to score maybe a couple times, make yourself feel a little bit better, but they're content and taking their time here.
Snap back, zone read, another good run by Honeycutt, breaks a tackle into the open field. Inside the 35, down to about the 32 before Eckert finally drags him down. But another good fake and another good run by Honeycutt down to the 31 for a gain of 19.
Eckert coming from the other side of the field to make that open field tackle. Otherwise, that was a house call.
Trimble Tech on the move here into Grapevine territory at the 31-yard line. Snap back, Honeycutt keeps it again, but this time it gets read really well by the Grapevine defense as Luke Gormley, the sophomore linebacker, was ready for that. Ends up stopping him for a gain of about 2 yards at the 29.
Luke, great job, great name, Luke. Luke Skywalker, my favorite character of all time. What a great name that is, Luke.
2nd and 8 now for the Bulldogs at the Mustang 29. been a great senior night here at Grapevine at Mustang Panther Stadium. Snap back, Honeycutt looking to throw, screen pass, caught inside the 25 and then dragged down as number 12, Damian Varela, the junior wide receiver, makes the grab, turns it up the seam, and gets a gain of about 5 yards down to the 24.
Some nice blocks on that. You need the receivers to have nice blocks on receiver screens. That's the only way that play works. That's the first time tonight they've been able to get some yards off one of those screens.
Yeah, most definitely the best execution they've had tonight on that play. 3rd and 4 now for Trimble Tech at the 24-yard line. Snap back, handoff, up the middle. Going to be close to a first down. Great tackle that time by Adam Burns. Looks like he's going to be just short. Gain of only 2 yards. Going to set up 4th and 1.
Well, this is the chance for this Grapevine defense to make a stop. Who's going to make the play here to make this stop for the Grapevine defense?
Burns listed at 6'4", 190. And a nice stop that time on Venegas.
Oh, when we have a timeout. Looked like they had some substitution issues.
Yeah.
That did the defense from Grapevine, so they're going to get a timeout and get that right.
Grapevine takes the timeout. We'll take it with them this 4th quarter, brought to you by our friends at GM Civil Engineering. Mustangs lead 64-0. This is Mustang Friday Night on Tradio.
Public notice. Excess Chevy Equinox models from across the region will be sold at one DFW location. Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine's one-time Equinox offload. $7,000 off MSRP or payments under $300 a month. You heard right. Buy for only $299 a month. Excess new 2024 Chevy Equinox direct to the public. $7,000 off or $299 a month. Nationwide shipping. Final notice. Excess Equinox models must be sold at Classic Chevrolet.
Jacob Denimore and Tim Smith here with you from Champion Sports Radio. We're at Mustang Panther Stadium here on senior night as the Grapevine Mustangs lead the Trimble Tech Bulldogs by a score of 64-0. The Bulldogs getting a nice drive going here in the 4th quarter. Down to the Grapevine 22-yard line, and it is 4th and 1 for the Bulldogs. Trying to see if they can keep this drive going and possibly get on board. They come out in a power formation, and they run
the brotherly shove.
Yep, they run the Philly tush push play, and Honeycutt just runs right up the back of his of his offensive line, and they move the ball to the 19-yard line for a gain of 3.
I do not like that play is bleeding down into the high school level. I do not like that.
See, I got no problem with the play. Learn how to stop it. That's kind of
this isn't rugby. This isn't rugby. This is football.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's a legal play, my friend.
I get it. Well, it's legal for now. I don't think it's going to be legal much longer. Here we go again. Oh, nope, they didn't run it.
Play action on first down. Pass towards the end zone, and it's incomplete, but the flags are going to come out as defending on the play was number 20, Christian Friedrich, the junior defensive back, and he never got his head turned around at all.
That's a really difficult position for a DB to be in. The ball is woefully underthrown. The receiver trying to get back. The DB has no idea the ball is underthrown. Yes, you have to find a way to get your head turned around, but that's just a tough position to be in.
Never got that head turned around. He was trying to hit number 1, John Lacey, the sophomore wide receiver. And like you said, that pass was way underthrown.
Yeah. Now, if he gets his head, oh, wait a minute. Okay, they are going to respot the ball. If he gets his head turned around there, you're fine. And really, you have to read the keys and that's something he'll learn with more experience is looking at the receiver to see when that ball is coming in to get that head turned around and make a play.
15-yard penalty moves the ball to the 5. It's 1st and goal for Trimble Tech as they come out in kind of a power look. Play action. Honeycutt keeps it, driving forward, and the pile still moving. Not dead yet. It's a big scrum, and it finally dies at the 1-yard line. Now that was rugby.
I mean, where's the whistle? What are we doing?
There was still a little bit of forward progress. I tell you what, Honeycutt is a strong runner.
He really is. He really is. He really wants that end zone, doesn't he?
Yeah, because that almost looked like a bit of a busted play.
Yeah.
And Honeycutt just took it and lowered his shoulder and drives it down to the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At this point, this is a win for Trimble Tech to get into the end zone the way they've been dominated all night.
Power formation, and it's going to be a touchdown. They come in, they quick snap it, and push their way into the end zone. And the Trimble Tech Bulldogs get on the board for the first time tonight on the 1-yard touchdown by the quarterback, Trent Honeycutt.
Well, that's disappointing if you're the Grapevine defensive unit out there, because everybody that's out there wants to show up, show out. They want to make plays. They want to get their name called out, and unfortunately they give up a really nice drive by Trimble Tech.
It's a very good drive. Mixed it up. They got the passing game involved a little bit, but that was really Trent Honeycutt just doing a great job
Honeycutt
on those
left,
zone,
Honeycutt right.
Those zone read fakes. They're going to go for 2 here. Honeycutt fires one towards the end zone. Pass is caught, but is it in bounds? It is.
Everything
catch.
going right for them on this drive.
That was a great catch by number 1 John Lacey on the back line of the end zone. And the Trimble Tech Bulldogs get on the board with the 2-point conversion. It is now 64-8. This is Mustang Friday Night, presented by Tradio.
Now's the time to get your home ready for the holidays. Let our family at Stacy's help. We make it easy for you. New collections are arriving daily for every room in your home. Our design staff is ready to help you create the perfect room for your holiday entertaining. At Stacy's, our quality name brand selection and prices won't be beat. And right now, you can save even more during our holiday home sale. Save $300, $400, $500 or more during Stacy's store-wide holiday home sale. Remember, if you're shopping at Stacy's, you're shopping with family.
Compass Church is for you. Join us each week to experience great music, a message that applies to your everyday life, as well as programming for your kids and students to engage on their level. Learn more at compass.church.
Back here at Mustang Panther Stadium, Jacob Denimore and Tim Smith with Champion Sports Radio here with you. Trimble Tech gets on the board for the first time tonight as they drive the ball in and punch it in. Kickoff is high and short, and the fair catch is made at the 17-yard line, so the Mustangs will take over at their own 25-yard line. That was a really impressive drive that time.
You got to feel good for those kids at Trimble Tech, right? They
95-yard drive.
They've struggled this year. You had the Grapevine bounce, so to speak, on that kickoff. They put you down at the 5-yard line, and you go 95 yards for the score. Forget about the situation. That's got to make you feel good.
95 yards, mostly on the legs of Trent Honeycutt. He's the one who punched it in from a yard out. Then he gets the 2-point conversion on the pass. Handoff to Contreras. He's got room on the near side, picking his way through. Nice run by Julian Contreras out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 9.
He's setting himself up to have a big year next year, right? I mean, that vision, you can just see him weaving in and out of tacklers. It's a great job. Good job for that O-line, too. We got Hunter at center again.
Hunter Caudle, yeah, at center.
You've got Ben Williams at right guard, I believe.
Yeah, but left tackle, you've got number 65, Josiah Vasquez. Andrew Edwards, number 60, at left guard.
71 is at right tackle.
Yeah, that's Daniel Campos. He moves out to right tackle for this possession. Snap back, handoff, up the middle. It's Sanchez this time, and he gets a first down out past the 40 to the 42. Gain of 8 yards for Jaime Sanchez.
And Andrew Edwards out there getting some big blocks on that particular play. Wow. Good job. Number 60.
The senior Andrew Edwards getting some run tonight, along with senior Josiah Vasquez. Of course, in at quarterback on this possession is number 80, Cale Thompson, as he has been the whole second half. First and 10 at the 42. Just over a minute 40 to go here in this ball game. Snap back, handoff to Contreras. He's got room up the middle, and he's into the open field. Inside the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and he walks it into the corral for a touchdown. Julian Contreras takes it to the house from 58 yards out.
Once again, it's the vision and creativity. He gets into the open field, and you'll watch it here as we watch the replay. So he squeaks through here. Great blocking at the point of attack. Now he's going to look out here at the corner and act like he's going to go that way, but then say, nah, hit the 4th gear and off to the races for the touchdown.
Great job that time by Contreras as he punches it in from 58 yards out.
Not a single pass has been thrown by Grapevine in the second half. If I told you that and told you they'd be up 71-8, I don't think you would have believed me.
Extra point is up and good. We'll go ahead and keep it here as we are at 45 seconds to go in this ball game. Real quick score update in the second quarter. Don't know if this game is at halftime yet or if this is just a second quarter score. Odie Wyatt and Colleyville Heritage all tied up at 14. That game taking place over at one of the Fort Worth ISD schools. They're playing Odie Wyatt, so my guess is probably it's over at Hanley Field tonight.
So this is interesting, Jacob. You see we got a lot of backup players, a lot of reserve players, right, getting some time to play. So after scores, we see the guys in the red jumpsuits are running around with the flags, right? Well, the guys in the red jumpsuits are now sitting there relaxing because there's been so many touchdowns that now it's a backup crew with the flags coming out.
I think it's the dads, actually, from what I was told
Well,
earlier.
that was the dads earlier. This time it was a couple of cheerleaders, and it looks like some flag girls. And meanwhile, the dudes in the jumpsuits, the hype men, they're just standing at the 15-yard line having a conversation, probably planning what's going to happen later this evening. Well, maybe not. It's a Thursday.
It is
maybe
a Thursday,
tomorrow.
right.
Maybe tomorrow.
Another score update, Frisco Emerson in District 3-5A Division II. All over Frisco Independence, 51-7. That game's at the half. Not a surprising score there, but Frisco Emerson on their way to going to 4-2 in district. Again, one of the potential opponents for Grapevine in the bi-district round next week as the kickoff bounces into the end zone for the touchback from Hayden Rhodes.
I think his leg is tired.
Maybe.
That's a lot of kicking tonight.
We talked about those standings in 3-5A Division II. Again, with the win tonight, Frisco Emerson, the Mavericks, on their way to go into 4-2, setting up a potential three-way tie between Lake Dallas themselves and Denton. Lake Dallas and Denton playing a rivalry game tomorrow night. Right now, Lake Dallas is at 4-1 in district, Denton at 3-2. Frisco Emerson has already beaten Denton this year. So Denton would have to win that game to force the three-way tie, and then we'll see how the tiebreakers break down. But as it sits right now, it would be Frisco Emerson coming here to Mustang Panther Stadium next week.
Oh.
1st and 10. Hand off to Venegas. Got some room up the middle, across the 30, out to the 31. We'll see if the Bulldogs run one more play as we're down to 30 seconds to go.
It's about the only drama left now.
Yep.
Will they run another play in the next 25 seconds?
Looks like they're going to try and get
They're
one
going
off.
to try.
6-yard gain out to the 31, 2nd and 4. This may do it for the night. We'll see. Trimble Tech coaches like they're letting the clock run. They may let this one run. No, here they go. They're going to line up, see if they can get one off under 10 seconds to go. Snap back, hand off to Venegas, and he's going to get stood up and spin forward for a gain of about 3 yards on the tackle that time. Number 44, Harrison Bargee, the sophomore, and that will do it for the ball game. Here on senior night at Mustang Panther Stadium, the Grapevine Mustangs dominate the Trimble Tech Bulldogs, and they win in blowout fashion by a final score of 71-8 as the two teams go to midfield to shake hands. You know, this is one of those games where you applaud the effort from Trimble Tech, clearly an outmanned football team, but they really played hard tonight.
They did, and they really came out in that second half and showed some heart, showed some guts. I love that for them.
Yeah.
Love that they got in the end zone. I'm sure that felt good. Don't love that for Grapevine. They might have had something on the line for the shutout, but hey, Grapevine did what they had to do, and they are ready and primed for next week.
Yeah, the Grapevine Mustangs now finished their regular season with a 6-3 record, and they finished district play with a 6-1 record, and now we just wait to see what happens over in Fort Worth between the Heritage, between the Odie Wyatt Chaparrals and the Heritage Panthers. As again, the latest score update we had from that one was a second quarter score with that game tied at 14. Now, the Mustangs, as we said earlier, the Mustangs tonight will be the number 2 seed in the playoffs out of this district, but should Heritage fall tonight, then the Mustangs will be able to claim a co-district championship for this year in 4-5A Division II. And right now, let's take you down to the sidelines as the alma mater is being played for Grapevine High School. It's been a great senior night as the team all heads out to the 40-yard line where Coach DeBess is going to gather them. It's been a phenomenal senior night tonight as all of the seniors and their families got honored, both members of the football team, the training staff, the cheerleaders, the drill team, the pep squad, the band, everybody who participates in these Friday night activities was getting honored tonight. Thankfully for the Mustangs, it will not be their final game at Mustang Panther Stadium, as they will host a bi-district playoff game next week. We don't know what night, we don't know who the opponent is yet. That information will get out there as soon as everything gets settled over in District 3 5A. But it'll be just a question of whether the Mustangs get to enter the playoffs as a co-district champion or not.
Yeah, and I could tell you how both sides are feeling right now. In my junior year in high school, we made the playoffs, so you feel great. There's nothing can take that away from you, no matter how many games you win in that tournament. You're in the playoffs, and so the last game isn't the last game. Our senior year, we were Trimble Tech. That was our last game. I think we won 1 or 2 games our year, and our last game on the field as seniors, knowing that was going to be the last time we got to play high school football, that's a tough information to swallow. So two different, very different emotions here tonight on the 2 different sidelines. But Grapevine did what they had to do, seemingly injury-free. They got a lot of seniors in the game that don't usually get to play. They got some underclassmen, some future players, varsity players in the game tonight. And I think that they are primed to be on all cylinders and going to give us the best that they have come playoff time starting next week.
Now that bi-district playoff game will happen either Thursday night or Friday night next week. Again, none of that has been settled just yet, but it will take place here at Mustang Panther Stadium, and the Mustangs will be playing somebody out of 3-5A Division II. As it sits right now, it would be Frisco Emerson, but it still could potentially be either Lake Dallas, who the Mustangs played here last year and got a win over, or it also could be Denton High. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how things shake out in that district. Again, as we said earlier, Frisco Emerson on their way to going to 4-2 in district play and taking care of their business as they're defeating Frisco Independence at the half 51-7. The district leader is Argyle, and they are all over Carrollton Creekview. Not surprising at all, 59-0. So Argyle is going to end up as the undefeated district champion. But another score update, still a second quarter score. Wyatt and Heritage still tied. It is now 21-all between Odie Wyatt and Colleyville Heritage. And right now, Coach Bob DeBess is heading over to Carly Isbell, where she is going to speak to him. A little post-game interview after a very successful senior night. Carly waiting on.
Well, in classic Coach DeBess fashion, he wants to get a couple of players over there with him.
Wants to get a couple of his seniors involved, I'm sure.
You got to love that. You got to love how he's always looking out for his guys.
Looks like they're bringing over Darius Burns and Colby Eckert to speak with Carly. So we'll have that for you here in just a moment as they're getting that all set up. Well, that would be a huge upset over in Fort Worth if Odie Wyatt was able to pull that off and allow Grapevine to be able to get a co-district championship tonight.
That would really be the frosting on top, wouldn't it?
So let's head down to the sideline now with Carly Isbell as she is with Darius Burns and Grapevine head coach Bob DeBess.
How proud are you of your seniors tonight?
Extremely proud, and just as proud. I'm happy. I'm happy for them. I mean, to see the smiles and to see them act like little kids. Winning's hard. I mean, I know it looked like it was an easy ball game, but it wasn't an easy ball game. And Trimble Tech's a proud football team, and they fought hard. But I'm extremely proud and extremely happy for our seniors.
And who will the Mustangs play next week for the first round of playoffs?
We are not sure yet, and the reason I say that is there's got to be some things decided in that district up north. There's a potential, if the right teams win, that there's a three-way tie for second, and then they've got to decide it up there. So we don't know for sure yet.
Got us on our toes, don't they? Thank you.
We're in. The good thing is we're in.
That is a good thing. Thank you so much, Coach. Hey, seniors, how are we tonight? How are we feeling?
Feeling great. Great.
And then, so you played on both sides of the ball tonight. What was going through your head during the game?
I had to figure out every play that I was in for. I had to go through all my coaching, both sides, and stay locked.
And what did this senior night mean to you, Darius?
It really means a lot. Like, I get to come out with my senior brothers and just play all out for them.
Got a little emotional tonight, didn't it, a little bit? You gotta admit.
Yes, ma'am, it did.
It was.
Okay, well, congratulations. Good luck next week for Worst Side of Playoffs. I'll see you on Monday, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carly. Great job down there with Coach Bob DeBess, as well as senior wide receivers Darius Burns and Colby Eckert. Darius had a 64-yard catch and run for a touchdown tonight, getting into the end zone on senior night. And as you can see, all the families gathered down on the field now. Eckert
had the big block, too, for a touchdown. And he had a tackle on defense.
Yes, he did.
So at least one.
Colby Eckert got to play a little bit both ways tonight. It's been a fun night for these seniors. They'll get one more game here at Mustang Panther Stadium, and it'll happen in the bi-district round of the playoffs next week against an opponent yet to be determined. So that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight from Mustang Panther Stadium. Also, congratulations tonight to our executive producer, Trey Bell, and his son, Connor, who is a senior on this team. Connor got into the end zone tonight as well, having a very successful senior night of his own. So it's been a good night all around for everybody here at Mustang Panther Stadium. Next week, the playoffs will begin, and the Mustangs will be here at home hosting a bi-district playoff game either Thursday night or Friday night here at Mustang Panther Stadium. So until then, that'll do it for us here tonight on senior night for the Grapevine Mustangs. Thank you to our executive producer, Trey Bell. Thank you also to Tim Poulter, who has been running things here in the booth with us tonight. Thank you to Carly Isbell, our sideline reporter. Thank you to my broadcast partner, Tim Smith. My name is Jacob Dedamore. We're with you from Champion Sports Radio. Until next week, when the playoffs begin for 2023 in 5A Division II, everyone have a great night. Go Mustangs. This has been Mustang Friday Night, presented by Tradio.